Champions of Character initiative creates an environment in which every NAIA student-athlete, coach, official, and spectator is committed to the true spirit of competition through respect, integrity, responsibility, servant leadership, and sportsmanship. Thank you all for your cooperation. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the Spirit of Siena, your Saints Marching Band. Presenting featured twirlers, Summer Avenue. The 2024 Handmaids of Men's Box. On behalf of the Siena Heights University, the band cordially welcomes all Saints fans and visiting students, faculty, and staff from the University of St. Francis. Everyone on your feet and join the band in singing the Siena Heights University Victory March. The Saints Marching Band now presents that traditional favorite, When the Saints Go Marching In. Saints fans, please stand for our university alma mater.
And good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to Southeast Michigan. We're here in Adrian today for a crossover contest between the Saints and the Saints. We're here in Siena Heights University. They are 1-4 today, but a lot tougher schedule, Dave, than the Saints of St. Francis. I'm going to be doing that all day. Get ready for a lot of Saints confusion today. But the Siena Heights Saints, a little tougher schedule than St. Francis, and we're going to go over that a little bit as we go on this afternoon. It is an absolutely picture-perfect day in Adrian. It is their homecoming. The festivities are ongoing here today, and a great atmosphere for football. But as far as St. Francis goes, 3-1 obviously last weekend home, our homecoming. The Saints fell to the number 6 team in the country, Indiana Wesleyan. I got to say, the defense played exceptionally well given the talent that the Wildcats brought into Joliet last week. The offense obviously sputtered, being held out of the end zone for the first time in several seasons. But the defense really stepped up in that game, I think. Gave the offense a chance.
Yeah, I really did, especially that first half. Strong both ways. They did have the 2 long drives, obviously the first one, which we always talk about each week in, week out, how important that first drive is to set the tone. And that's exactly what Indiana Wesleyan did. And then for like the next 4 drives, it was 3 and out, 3 and out, 3 and out, 3 and out. And then they put the next drive together. And I think in that third quarter, once they got the first 2 scores, I think the defense let their guard down a little bit. We're out there a lot, and that was the reason for that. But really a strong defensive showing. And, give credit to the offense, too. I mean, I know they scored only 3 points, but, you lose your starting center early in the game, and then 6 plays later you lose your backup, and now you're struggling to find your lineup. And fortunately and unfortunately, the Saints did have this whole week now to prepare. You'll see Rylan Hersink at the center position. He's played along the line. He was in there for a couple plays after Barnes went out, and then Mark Kumandaris came in and played center, and now Kumandaris is back out at the, I believe, the tackle spot this week, along with Matt Alston. And, you got the 2 guards that are the mainstays as well. The offensive line will be crucial this afternoon. The other interesting thing is you do have a beautiful day weather-wise in terms of no clouds in the sky, picture perfect, but you do have a crosswind coming at you, and it is a pretty strong crosswind, especially when you're down on the field. It's, 11 miles an hour, but 18-mile-an-hour wind gusts. And again, you're not in you're in somewhat of an open area. It's a little bit down, but not too much. But if that ball gets up in the air, and the same thing on punts and trying to return punts, it could make for an interesting afternoon. And, of course, punt returns make for a good story, Nick.
Absolutely, it does. Scott Tumulty, of course, the graduate in his last year here with the University of St. Francis, just 11 more yards to tie, I believe, 12 more yards to break the all-time punt return yards record for the University of St. Francis. Of course, his younger brother Sam, the quarterback, already holds numerous offensive records. The Tumulties are going to go down as some of the best players to ever put on a Saints uniform. It has been a pleasure. It has been fun and exciting to watch Scott when he got here first, and then Sam take over this offense, and now Joey, the youngest brother, a sophomore, do his work as a wide receiver. Those three guys have been so much fun to watch, and it's clear that they have a lot of fun playing together.
Yeah, exactly. And we laugh every week with what Dan Sharp says about them playing tag together and who would win and stuff like that. The other thing that we talk about, which again could be an interesting tale this afternoon, is those punt return. These are the top two teams in terms of punt return yardage. Now, that's yardage, not average. So Siena Heights has returned 21 punts for 269 yards, and the Saints are 10 punts for 239 yards. The Saints, one of the top 10 in the nation at 23.9 yards per return. But in terms of yardage overall, that's how they rank, 1 and 2. And these have been very low-scoring games. 4 times out of the 6 times that these two teams have met, 19 points or less were all that were needed to win this ball game. And we came up here a couple years ago, back in 2021, really got frustrated because we could not do anything offensively. And then, of course, back in 2022, when Siena Heights came to Joliet Memorial Stadium, the only scoring in the second half was a team safety for the Saints of St. Francis. And then right after that, Scott Tumulty returns a kickoff for 78 yards, and that was the difference in the 19-14 victory.
It was. It's been a low-scoring affair, and do you see it going this way again? The Saints' offense, if you take away last week, even when you add last week's 3 points that they had total, they're still one of the nation's best in points per game. So I think you said you expect another low-scoring game. I'm not sure, man. I think the Saints' offense gets back on track. What do you think?
I just think you have two good defensive units. We talk about Siena Heights 1 and 4, but the teams that they've gone against, 3 of the 4 teams that they've lost to are like 13 and 2. That's Marion, Indiana, St. Francis, Indiana, and the surprise of the mid-state so far this year is Taylor University, Indiana.
A lot of really good games in the MSFA actually this afternoon. Underway right now, St. Xavier at Indiana Wesleyan. We'll definitely keep our eyes on that game. St. Francis, Indiana is at Taylor. The Taylor Trojans that we just mentioned. They're going to have a nice contest today. Olivet Nazarene hosts Madonna in a crossover, and Judson hosts Concordia a little bit later on today. We got the captains at midfield over the blue and yellow SH at the 50-yard line. And we are listening to our head referee here give us our coin toss. There's no talking over him, Dave. We might as well listen in.
You got it.
And you can hear that wind.
You've won the toss. Siena's won the toss and will defer.
There you go.
You want the ball, correct? Which way do you want to kick it? Put your back to this goal line.
So the official says Siena Heights is going to defer, and then he says,
will receive the opening kickoff in the north end zone. Shake hands, gentlemen.
I guess, so he asked, do you want the ball? I guess the other question is you can take a side of the field, but what if somebody said, no, we don't want the ball?
The logistics of the coin flip are actually kind of interesting, if not a bit obscure, right? Because if you win the toss, you can choose, to defer your choice.
You got 3 choices, really. Yeah, defer, take a side of the field, or take the ball.
Mm-hmm. And they deferred, and then once you do that, you can either choose a side or you could take the ball, and that's kind of ridiculous if you don't take the ball at that point. So Saints will have the football to start things off.
You know what you'd like to see?
I keep saying that. I am sorry.
That's all right. You can say Saints
Francis.
and you say Siena Heights. You can say Fighting Saints. I think
Maybe
we're
we'll
on a
that.
St. Francis radio station, so it's the Saints this afternoon.
The Saints
against
and the other Saints.
Siena Heights. But what you really like to see is something like when we were up here 2 weeks ago at Concordia, and the Saints just hit on all cylinders, like the first 2 or 3 drives, get a nice, comfortable lead, and take advantage of that.
Scott Tumulty and Joey Tumulty, the oldest and the youngest Tumulty, standing back to return the kick. They're going to be going left to right from us way up here on top of O'Loughlin Stadium. Beautiful facilities. Very thankful to the crew here at Siena Heights for the hospitality. Wind actually died down, the flag resting against the flag pole for the opening kick. Kicking things off, Dave Medvedek. Ball's in the air. Very short kick taken by one of the upbacks for St. Francis from the 20-yard line up to the 8 past the 30 and out of bounds around the 34. And here comes Sam Tumulty and company to start this game off. Sam Tumulty, 63% through the air, approaching 1,000 yards. He's got 960 right now. 7 touchdowns and 2 interceptions. One of those picks was last week. About 240 yards per game through the air for Sam. On the ground, 56 carries, 351 yards, 88 yards per game carries it, but he does it at 6.3 yards per touch on the ground. Although we do expect Sam to be a little bit limited running the football, nursing a bit of a lower body injury, but that is just well and good because his arm has proven more than adequate. Wait a second here now. We're going to do
penalty, free kick.
Okay, it looks like there was a penalty on Siena Heights, and the Saints are going to make him re-kick it.
They were offsides and try to get an extra 5 yards, get a nicer return, And what's important about this and why the Saints are probably doing this the second time is now you're going to see the Tumulty brothers pushed up a little bit more because now they have an understanding of where the kicker, his distance is on a, with the wind blowing the way that it is. And now you can possibly set up an even bigger return.
So the kick will be from the 30-yard line instead of the 35, which means Scott and Joey moved up about 5 yards, maybe a little bit more as we saw the bit of a short kick. Again, the wind kind of died down here for the opening kick. They're going to kick it angle right toward Joey's side. He's going to race up and let it actually bounce, and he goes back to the 19 to get it on the bounce. Dancing around the 20, Joey goes for the sideline, pushed out of bounds around the 25. Good coverage by Siena Heights, and now comes Sam Tumulty and the St. Francis offense, of course, led by Sam throwing and running the ball. But he's got some weapons on the outside. Of course, we talked about his younger brother Joey there with the kick return, just a sophomore. 23 catches, 338 yards. 2 touchdowns for Joey, averaging 113 yards per game receiving. Dezion Jordan, the deep threat. And Ryan Little, working from that pretty devastating leg injury last year, being productive this year. 1st and 10. Starting off the game here in Siena Heights. Appreciate you tuning in wherever you are. Sam in the pistol takes the snap. Quick throw left-hand side. It looks like Ryan Little makes the falling catch at the 31-yard line to pick up 7.
Good recovery by Ryan Little that time in more ways than one. He was looking to go outside that far sideline. The ball came on the inside. And not only do you have that, but again, that crosswind. And that ball only almost got away from him, but he was able to stretch out as far as he could, made the grab, and picked up 7 yards on the play.
Sam in the shotgun again, has Gavin Day to his right. 2 wide receivers, right ball on the left hash of the 31-yard line. Snap to Sam, he's going to hand it off. Gavin looking to run. He picks up 1, maybe 2 out to the 33-yard line. Going to be 3rd down and a long yard.
Brought down by Jack Howie.
Again, we talked about it. The key is going to be for the St. Francis offensive line. They're going to be the biggest key this afternoon, having now playing in different positions, and we'll see how that comes out this afternoon.
I got to give that offensive line credit. Beat up a bit last week, a lot of injuries, but the piecemeal offensive line they had performed pretty well. 4 wide receivers here on 3rd down and short. Tumulty in the gun, Day to his right. Siena Heights showing a bit of a blitz. They're going to rush 4. dropping 7. Sam trying to run for it, and he's taken down behind the line of scrimmage. It's a nice play by Jack Howey, the redshirt senior out of Bellevue, the inside linebacker, to make the stop, and it's going to be 3 and out to start the game for St. Francis.
Might be the first time this year we go 3 and out on the first drive, correct?
If it's not, I can't remember when it happened before. And this is important, too, because I know you mentioned on the ride up here, Dave, too, that you would like to see one of those quick starts, get on the board early like we saw in Concordia. But a quick stop by this Siena Heights defense. Guerrero on to punt it away. Return man for Siena Heights at his own 25, and a whistle on that kick as well. The flag comes in. It's going to be a penalty on St. Francis.
Offsides or false start?
False start. Offense, number 42. 5-yard penalty. Repeat, 4th down.
Well, we're not going to miss the referees and descriptions here, are we? That's great. I love to get the insight there.
And you can hear the wind from his microphone, and that's how strong the wind is this afternoon. 12 miles an hour, but really it's been gusting pretty much, in the warm-ups the entire time at about 18 miles an hour.
It probably would be worse if we were in a different stadium. The O'Loughlin Stadium here kind of blocked on all sides. It's a beautiful, picturesque football field here as this one is skied in the air. A beauty by Guerrero. Fair catch called for at the 28-yard line. The hang time on that one was great as he punted it into the wind. It is kind of shifting here because there's trees all around. We are sunken down about 15, 20 feet. Buildings to one side as well. You would think would block some of the wind. But it is pretty windy down on field level for sure. And up here, as you can hear on our field microphone. First look at the Siena Heights offense, led by Elijah Taylor. 48% passing, 846 yards, 7 touchdowns, 4 picks. But a bit of the fumbles have been an issue. A lot of turnovers for Siena Heights here in this first half of the season. They're going to start on the ground. Inside run up to the 31-yard line, gain of about 2. Coming up off the bottom of the pile, Carson Hansen, Pat Stroja after the carry by Brendan Hasenleader.
We talked about the offense missing their top 2 centers. Defensively, tough break for the Saints. Trey Sayers broke his hand in the game last week against Indiana Wesleyan. He is out for the remainder of the year. Good to see number 6 back there, Nick Franciscovich.
Absolutely. Shotgun again. Taylor almost dropped that one. He's going to fling it to the outside. Looks like it skipped in, but they're going to say it was caught. Okay. That's a pickup of about 8 yards. So it's going to be 3rd down and 2 after the pitch and catch.
Taylor's pass is complete to Bailey Jackson.
Jackson out of the backfield, the receiver. 3rd down. Let's see if the St. Francis defense can make a stop here on the first offensive possession for Siena Heights. Taylor again in that shotgun. Heisenleader, the running back, to his right. 2 wide receivers left, 1 right, ball right hash. Tight end moves from right to left to the wing back. Snap and give. Heisenleader trapped in the backfield, but using that speed, he gets out to about the 36-yard line. 37, 38. It's going to be awful close to a first down. Really going to disrupt on the spot.
No, they're going to call 4th down. They're going to take it back. So they're going to take it back 2 yards.
He was pushed out just past that 35, so it's going to be 4th down. So offensive possession for each team, and both go 3 and out.
Good fundamental football for St. Francis on that play. You had Nick Franciscovich pushing the play outside, and he was right there. And then to clean it up was Scott Tumulty. Had season-high 13 tackles a week ago, picks up his first here on the first drive for Siena Heights.
Punter Isaac Root bobbles it. It's loose in there.
Got it!
It is on the ground, but picked up by one of the Siena Heights players, but he's tackled at the 26-yard line. Special teams error by Siena Heights. And the St. Francis Saints will take over just outside of the red zone. It's the fumbles and turnovers that have been killing Siena Heights this year.
Exactly. Like you said, they've had 13 fumbles this year, 11 lost, and then 6 interceptions. I believe they're a -7, and that's where the Saints are a strength. I believe they're a +5, if I'm not mistaken, and that was a big play. I forgot who hit the punter after he dropped the ball, but then he dropped it again. Finally, one of the upmen picked the ball up, ran for a couple yards, and they got stopped at the 26-yard line. So the Saints excellent field position here with 10:32 left to play in the first quarter at the Siena Heights 26.
First down for Sam Tumulty. He's going to play action. Down the middle has his brother Joey chopped down at the 10-yard line. First and goal for St. Francis on a pickup about 16 yards through the air. Tumulty connection again.
And this is what you want to do, Nick. I'm sure, the guys having this opportunity inside Siena Heights territory after having 5 of 6 opportunities a week ago against Indiana Wesleyan and only coming away with 1 field goal in 3 attempts. They want to put the ball in the end zone right now.
Joey Tumulty motions from the left side. Play action to him. Sam's going to keep it, but they were all over him. He'll fall forward to about the 8-yard line. Second down. And 8 maybe second down. Actually, no, it isn't second and goal, is it?
I thought it was.
Now they're dropping down to 6. Okay.
Yeah, it was just inside the 10-yard line. So it was going to be first and goal from really the farthest distance possible. The Saints pick up 1 yard on that play, and it'll be second and goal from the 8. Saints 15 out of 19, or 17 out of 19 inside the red zone with 15 touchdowns, which is one of the top percentages in all of NAIA.
Tight end moves from right to left. Pistol formation for Sam Tumulty. Straight give, but a whistle's going to blow it dead. Timeout called by a Saints. There you go. There you go. Timeout here on the field. St. Francis takes their first timeout. They just want to get this right. You don't want to, with how many opportunities the Saints had last week against Indiana Wesleyan, you really don't want to waste those opportunities here today.
Exactly. And again, we've seen it through the years, and obviously maybe Matt McCarthy, the offensive coordinator for the Saints, knows obviously the defensive unit of Siena Heights a lot better than we do. But again, we talked about every year that these two teams have met, with the exception of maybe 1 or 2, it's been a defensive struggle. So points are going to be important, and that's why the Saints called the timeout with just over 5 minutes gone in this first quarter.
Yeah, we talked about Elijah Taylor, the quarterback for Siena Heights, 7 fumbles, 6 loss. As a team, they have 13 fumbles and 11 loss, like you mentioned before. That's going to be real important for Siena Heights today and moving forward in this season to really take care of the ball. But the St. Francis Saints on the doorstep here, second down and goal at the 8-yard line. Pistol formation. Day, the tailback, will take a few steps up and stand to the right of Sam Tumulty. 2 wide receivers on each side, ball middle of the field. Sam steps up the pocket, flips it to the right side, diving catch near the goal line. Touchdown! Jason Hartsfield gets his second touchdown of the season and puts the Saints up 6-0.
Well, I'll tell you what, that was a battle between Hartsfield and the defensive back, Shamir Askin, redshirt junior for Siena Heights. They were battling for the ball right at the goal line, and then finally Jason Hartsfield pulls it away and gets the touchdown. I believe it's his first score of the season, correct?
It is. I made a mistake. First score of the season, and correct me if I'm wrong, first score of his career. I don't believe he scored a touchdown.
We'd have to go back. I can't recall. But the extra point by Guerrero is up, and it is good. And the Saints of St. Francis take advantage of the miscue on the punt team by Siena Heights, and the Saints lead it 7-0 here in the first quarter.
Absolutely. Jason Hartsfield, what a story he is, too. He's been with this program for so long as a senior out of Bradley Bourbonnais, and I believe I did my research on that. I'll have to double-check myself, but if I'm right, that is his first touchdown of his career. And as a senior playing wideout, really hasn't been hampered by that many injuries. He's just been out there working and busting his tail and doing all the things that his coaching staff has asked him to do. Be a blocker on the outside, go out there, be strong, and make some room for some of the playmakers the Saints have had over the years. He's done that job so well. He's continued to get time on the field and finally rewarded with a score there.
Well, and finally rewarded for his workout. I was down there early in the morning on Friday, and he was down there working out and used that muscle to get in the end zone for the touchdown. And it was an 8-yard touchdown, 3 plays, 26 yards. Took exactly 90 seconds to put the St. Francis Saints on top here, 7-0.
Guerrero set to kick off again and give the Siena Heights Saints their second opportunity with the ball. Ended up with a punt that was bobbled and recovered by St. Francis, which led to a short field score. See if Guerrero gets a little boot. Oh, it's going to be a short kick angled right. Looks like they're playing a little possum here as well on special teams, trying to keep it out of the hands of some of their excellent kick returners. But that one, you don't want try not to kick it out of bounds.
You have to turn your body a little bit, Mr. Referee, to avoid that the wind tunnel.
You got to go down there, give them some microphone technique tips.
There you go. We're used to it, Jolie Memorial Stadium, right?
Yeah. Well, that microphone doesn't work anyway. You're lucky to hear our referees out there. Wind is a part of it.
Yep. All right, let's get another 3 and out here.
See the quarterback situation. Yep, Elijah Taylor. Redshirt junior out of Youngstown, Ohio, here just north of the Ohio border in Adrian, Michigan. 3 down linemen, a couple linebackers are going to blitz him off the edges. They do not get to him. He's hit as he's thrown, and it is out and complete into St. Francis territory on the corner route. He's pushed out of bounds around the 40. That's exactly where they mark it. 15 yards and a first down.
Actually, 25-yard pick yard. Good pass by the quarterback that time. Got right in between Ryan Bannis and Scott Tumulty and made the 25-yard grab. And they're in St. Francis territory for the first time this afternoon. First down for Siena Heights. 2
wide receivers on each side here for Taylor. Ball right hash of the St. Francis Saints 40-yard line. The give. Huge hole into the third level. 8-yard pickup. And the scrum finally goes to the ground. 8 yards on the carry. Brings up second down and 2 for Heisenleader, their running back.
Yeah, how about his numbers, Nick? Averaging 100 yards per game. And as a offensive unit, rushing-wise, they're averaging 110. So he's definitely the workhorse. 5'10", about 205. And redshirt freshman, correct?
Indeed, yeah. Redshirt freshman out of Macomb, Michigan. C.J. Reeves, the nose tackle for St. Francis, going to have a busy day. Play action. Taylor surveys nothing. Great coverage downfield, and he goes down. Looks like Pat Strozier may have been the first one there for no gain. Great coverage downfield by Matthew Perry, Scott Tumulty, Franciscovich, Labutis. Led to, I don't know if it was a sack.
It was that whole interior line and puts it right back at the line of scrimmage, and it'll be 3rd down.
We'll give him the sack. Who do they attribute that to?
Good question.
Marcelo Bernardi they give it to. They say rush for no gain. Does that go down as a sack for him?
No, not if it's right at the line. Looking for the ball to get to Heisenleader right
here.
There
it is. Heisenleader inside the tackles, right at the yard to gain.
I don't think he got it.
Yep, I think it's going to be 4th down and 1. Decision time for 9th-year head coach Matt Cohn.
I think they're going to go for it here. They're going to go with a quick offense, so you got to be ready.
Ready for that quarterback sneak is Taylor, big body. He's going to go under center, like a victory formation almost. They will go, and looks like
I don't think he got it.
It's going to be close.
I don't think he got it.
St. Francis doesn't think so, especially Matt Perry.
No, he did not get it.
Still no indication yet. They're going to stop the clock as they peel off the players. And, judging by where they are, I don't think so.
They might have to measure this one, but I don't think they got it. Referee can't get there because there's so many Saints in front of the 4th down marker.
If they need to get to the 30, they did not do that. Where the ball is right now, there is green turf between the ball and the 30-yard line. So if the 30 is the yard to gain, they didn't get it. So I'm not sure what you need to measure.
Yeah, they had to get – at the 30-yard line, there's obviously the white line and then a red line.
It's a half a yard short.
Yeah.
This is really – they're going to bring out the chains here for –
it's very rare, right, nowadays that they bring out the chains anymore.
Especially if you know the yard to gain is the 30 and the ball is not at the 30. But they'll make it official here.
And the offense is ready to go for the Saints.
Yes, the Saints offense is ready, and I think the Siena Heights defense is ready too.
Yeah. Oof. That is really close.
Okay, so then I guess
wow.
I guess the chains are wrong.
Wow.
Explain that to me. If the 30-yard line is the yard to gain and you bring the chains out and the chains when they brought out to the middle of the field aren't to the 30, we got a little discrepancy there.
Wow.
Okay, first down, Siena Heights. That's why I'm up here. That's why I'm not an official. What do I know? Defense still on the field for St. Francis. They needed one. They got, 2 feet and 11 inches, which was enough.
8 yards and then 0, 1, and 1.
First down, Siena Heights. They're at the 31-yard line, which I thought you needed to get to the I digress. And a whistle's going to blow this
False
one dead.
start.
Yeah, that one's going to go against Siena Heights. So after all that, they're going to march back 5 yards on the penalty, make it first down and 15.
Number 10, 5-yard penalty.
Was the quarterback, right? Or no, the number 10, one of the receivers?
Or 10, Tendaji Alexander, the wide receiver.
Six minutes left to play. First quarter. St. Francis 7. Siena Heights nothing on the Jason Hartsfield 8-yard touchdown reception from Sam Tumulty.
Elijah Taylor in the shotgun this time. First down and 15. Hand off, but he's hitting the backfield, and they're going to lose 3, 4 maybe, depending on the spot, because the running back kept fighting. But they're going to give him forward progress up to the 39-yard line. That's going to be a loss of about 5 on the carry. Saints were all over that.
How about Marcelo Bernardi this afternoon? And Nick Franciscovich got the initial stop, and then Bernardi really took him back the extra 4 yards.
Second down coming up for Siena Heights. 19 yards to go for the first down. Tight end motions to the right. Here's Taylor to throw. Batted in the air, an incomplete, dangerous pass. It was Pat Strozier getting a big paw on that one. Popped it up into the air. Thankfully for Siena Heights, it fell harmlessly to the turf. That's going to bring up third down and 19 for Siena Heights.
It's a major wingspan to get around.
I think, what do they say, 80 inches?
Not sure.
So it's extremely long, and his hands are huge. I mean, he's a guaranteed batted ball, at least one per game. And look at the linebackers and defensive backs for St. Francis, all back at the original line of scrimmage as it's 3rd and 19. 5 on the line of scrimmage for St. Francis. They're going to rush all 5. Play action, quick throw. It's caught up to the 31-yard line, so it's going to be 4th down and 11.
Elijah Taylor's pass is complete to Bailey Jackson.
Now again, it's decision time. Franciscovich.
Hey, you had the same struggle your first year.
What did I say? Nick Franciscovich is what
Yeah.
I went with. They're going to go for it here on 4th and 11 at the St. Francis 31-yard line. Bit too far for a field goal, and punting wouldn't get you much.
And they have a lot of, what did I say, about 15 times they've gone for it on 4th down already this year?
Here comes a blitz by St. Francis. Taylor
Watch it.
Evades one. He can run it. Flag comes in. He's taken down at the 25-yard line. It's going to be a turnover on downs. Pending the penalty, it's probably going to be offensive. We'll go ahead and decline the holding penalty. It'll be St. Francis ball.
Holding, offense, number 62. That penalty is declined. Second down.
First down.
First down, buddy.
First down for St. Francis after the turnover on downs. Interesting drive there for Siena.
That's a turnover on down.
There we go. So that drive featured a lot going on there. We had a 4th down conversion that looked to be a little bit short. Referee gave it to him, and then a couple of sacks, a batted ball, and a nice stop by St. Francis actually gives them the football anyway. It'll be at their own 25-yard line for Sam and company.
Nearly a 5-minute drive for Siena Heights. I'll tell you what, I love the way the St. Francis defense is playing this afternoon.
You look good. And it's these kind of games you really do need to make some noise if you're St. Francis trying to climb back into that top 25. They did fall out. They were ranked 23rd going into the game last week, fell out of it after the loss to Indiana Wesleyan. Handoff today, looking for some blocking. Hard hit at about the 27-yard line. It's a pickup of just 2 for Gavin. Second down for St. Francis.
Gavin Day with a carry brought down by Jack Howie on the 27-yard line. It'll be 2nd and 8 for St. Francis.
Third offensive series for the Saints. They started at their own 24 the first time. Got to the Siena Heights 26 on a muffed punt, and then starting at their own 25 on this drive.
Here's Tumulty in the shotgun. Gavin to his left. Gavin in to protect as Sam's going to throw. Steps up from the pocket. Now he's going to try to run it. Cuts it back toward the middle, spinning up to the 30. He'll pick up just 3 yards, does Sam Tumulty, making it 3rd and 5 for the Saints deep in their own territory.
Good coverage again by that defense of Siena Heights, and that's why you saw, besides the rush coming in, why you saw Sam take off right away instead of waiting to get an open receiver. Decided it was best to run the ball. He got 3 yards, so it'll be 3rd and 5 for the Saints.
Quick moving first quarter, 3 minutes to go in our first 15. 3rd down for St. Francis at their own 30. They're going to rush 4, bring an extra one, 5. Sam gets rid of it, out to Dezion Jordan. Makes one miss at the 45, back to the middle. There goes Dezion. Cuts it back in between the hash marks. Still at his feet to the 35, down to the 34-yard line, and a first down for St. Francis, flipping the field for the Saints. 35-yard pickup for St. Francis.
Well, we know Dezion Jordan, he only catches long passes or turns them into long ones, averaging 26.6 yards per catch, and that he doesn't have enough to qualify. He needed one more. You have to average 1.2, and he was at like 1.1. But if he was in the standings, he'd be in the top 3, and hopefully he can get about 3 or 4 catches here this afternoon.
3 wide receivers on the field. Play action. Sam's going to keep it on the quarterback carry past the 30 up to the 28-yard line. It's a pickup of 7 for Sam on the ground.
This is what you like to see, that offense moving. We didn't, they went 3 and out on their first drive, but since then it's been a score, and now you're deep into Siena Heights territory at the Siena Heights 29 with under 2 minutes to play here in the first quarter, and St. Francis already up 7-0.
Blake Allen in the game, a tailback for St. Francis. 3 wide receivers left, 1 right is Des Jordan, right hash of the 28. Play action. Sam is going to keep it again. Cuts it up the hash marks left, diving past the 25-yard line. That'll be enough for a first down. He needed 4, got 5. Moves the chains for St. Francis, approaching the red zone again for the second time today. We're under $1:30 here to go in the first quarter. Saints up 7-0.
Well, after not running much last week, you start to see that motor turning by number 2 for the Saints, Sam Tumulty. Got like 1 or 2 yards on his first drive, and now picking it up 5 yards, 6 yards here and there. So that's what you like to see out of the St. Francis offense. Makes it so much more tougher to defend.
He's got 16 yards here early part of this game. First down for St. Francis. Here comes a blitz from the linebacker. Sam sees it, throws it, has his brother Joey inside the 10, makes a miss as Tumulties do, but they mark him down at the 1. How? Joey takes it to the brink of the goal line. It's going to be 1st and goal for St. Francis.
23-yard pickup, I believe.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense, number 17. Penalty will be enforced. Half this is the goal. Automatic first down.
1-inch penalty on Siena Heights.
Yeah, how do you mark that one? 1 for 0. All right, what are you going to do here, Mr. Nick? I'm going to let you be the offensive coordinator on this play.
You give it to Blake Allen, the tailback here.
All right,
let the offensive line go to work, or maybe if it doesn't work, then you fake it to Blake and let Sam take it in. You got a couple chances here. Well, now Blake motions to his right. They do hand it off to Blake. He's stuffed in the middle, but he escapes to the outside and scores. Blake Allen was stonewalled at the goal line, but somehow snuck out to the right and walked into the end zone. Touchdown for St. Francis.
You get your offensive coordinator of the game medal. Congratulations.
Hey.
Yeah, that was a great job by Blake Allen of keeping his legs moving. And what was happening was the defense of Siena Heights was, taking care of things against that offensive line, but they weren't directly on Blake Allen, and then he wound up just pushing outside, getting into the end zone.
Guerrero's kick is good. The referee forgot his microphone was on. That's really interesting, though, because that gives you an insight on some of the mechanics of the referee, right? I guess when the kick is away, he yells away to make sure the players know the kick's off and you can stop blocking and stop trying to block. That's super interesting, actually. I found that fascinating.
It's sort of like, what's the, I can't think of it now, the show that the Bears were on this year.
Oh, Hard Knocks.
Yeah, it's like Hard Knocks.
You got a little insight,
Small
right?
college football referees. You were talking about it before, right? You were talking about quarterbacks, the film that was going on, and then it was wide receivers.
Yeah.
And now we're going to do one on referees.
NAIA referees.
Yeah.
You got to, hey, anything football related, if you got content, I'm going to consume it. I love it. St. Francis on top 14-0 here on the road at Siena Heights. Beautiful Mike and Lynn Dawson Field here at O'Loughlin Stadium. One of the more picturesque places the Saints get to play in their travels in the MSFA. We get to visit some really nice places. Big fan of Marian University. Their facilities are great. Indiana Wesleyan, we don't get to play there too often, but beautiful there. St. Francis, Indiana's great.
7 plays, 75 yards. Nick, 3 minutes, 47 seconds, ending with the Blake Allen 1-yard touchdown run.
27 seconds to go here in the first, and our first kick return will be from Siena Heights from the 1-yard line. Great coverage by the Saints. Will stop them before the 20-yard line at about the 18.
Mackay Van on the coverage for the Saints that time. Good special teams player. Wound up playing a lot last week against Indiana Wesleyan in that free safety spot when Nick Franciscovich was down.
On the 19-yard line.
DJ Young, that kick returner, a freshman out of Toledo, Ohio, averaging about 31 yards per kick return, so held them well under that average there on that kick. First down for Elijah Taylor and company for Siena Heights.
Please reset the play clock to 25 seconds. 25 seconds on the play clock started on my signal. Thank you.
We will do that, sir. Please remember to shut off your microphone after the call. That would be good if the PA announcer said that after.
Sure. Third opportunity here for Siena Heights. Both ended on downs, their previous two. Here's the running back off the right side, trying to turn the corner up the numbers, and a nice gain on first down. They'll pick up 9 up to the 29-yard line.
Brought down by Nick Mabutis and Michael Torres.
You go back to that run by Blake Allen. You're starting to see that a lot more where officials, as we enter the first quarter here, you're starting to see officials let plays go a little bit longer. And I think that's where you see like a guy like Sam Tumulty. We saw some of the plays in some of the NFL games and stuff like that. Where you think you got a guy stopped and then they're just pushing, and they get into the end zone or they get big yardage plays.
Yeah, there would be a case to be made that was the forward progress was stopped on that Blake Allen touchdown, but they like it to your point, they kept it going. By the way, Blake Allen, his first touchdown of his young career here for St. Francis, so congratulations to him. Blake Allen now came into the game with 11 carries for 57 yards and no touchdowns, so congratulations to him. And the homecoming festivities continue here at Siena Heights.
They really
the
get dressed up, don't they?
They do. I mean, it looks like old school prom dresses a little bit here. I like it. The homecoming court, if you will, getting crowned. Were you ever a homecoming king? Dave?
No, I think she was. She won because she wears blue, and that's the school colors.
Yeah,
although it's not that. Isn't
bit
it
of a different
classic
shade.
called maize here in this state?
Yeah, I believe you're probably right. Well, maize would be the yellow.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Because like corn, Dave. It's like corn.
Gotcha. My bad.
That's okay.
Could we please have someone from game administration to the sideline? Thank you.
Uh-oh. Someone's about to get their hands slapped here.
Now everybody knows, too.
Yeah, second down and 1 after the carry ended the first quarter for Siena Heights. Flipping sides of the field now going left to right are the Saints of Siena Heights. Ball may have come out, but I think Siena Heights dove on it. No.
They're going to give him
No, it was a carry. Yep, and he picked up 2. So first down for Siena Heights up to the 30-yard line.
Michael Torres is on the 30-yard line.
So should the game administrator go on the field and talk to the official?
Well, they did say to the sideline, I believe.
Oh, okay.
I'd love to know what that's going to be about. Maybe he'll leave his mic on for us and we can hear what the conversation's about. First down for Siena Heights. They're at their own 30-yard line. Hand signals come in from the near side to give the play to the offense. 2 wide receivers on each side. Ball's at the 30, just inside the right hash for Elijah Taylor. He'll take the snap for Siena Heights. Looking. Southpaw fires it left, and it is a nice catch. A battle for the football, but it's going to be, they do give him the first down up to the 41-yard line. Tendashi Alexander, I believe, the receiver on the play.
Yep, and Ryan Bannis on the coverage. Good coverage, was right behind the receiver, tried to get his hand out in front. The receiver had good, coordination there and hung on to the ball.
Seen some of the arm talent from Elijah Taylor. Lots to like about him. Motion is DJ Young from right to left. They're going to flip it that way and run behind the motioned receiver, but it will go nowhere. Alan Richards, one of the first St. Francis Saints, to put a stop to the run.
Yeah, Alan Richards and Matthew Perry on the tackle that time, and both had 11 tackles last week, which was career highs for each of them, and second highest total for the Saints last week. We mentioned Scott Tumulty with the 13.
Alan Richards third on the team with 22 tackles coming into the game. Second down for Siena Heights again. Motion from left to right. They're going to throw that way. It is caught. Ooh, nice move out to the 45-yard line, pushed out of bounds. I thought that Ryan Bannis may have lined up that receiver in the backfield to make the hit, but he misplayed it just a little bit and allowed him a bit of room to pick up about 6. So third and 5 coming up for Siena Heights at their own 46-yard line.
Yeah, actually just missed on the angle, Nick, as you said, and fortunately Scott Tumulty was right there to clean it up, which is, again, the coverage that the Saints are playing right now with one-on-one coverage with the cornerbacks and then the free safety to fill in.
5 on the defensive line to scrimmage for St. Francis. They will rush just 3, and it's thrown to the outside, caught and out of bounds. It's going to be at the 46. That's plenty for the first down into St. Francis territory for Siena Heights.
And what Siena Heights is doing right now is getting rid of that ball quickly, something you weren't seeing earlier, and that was allowing the St. Francis front 3, front 4 to rush and get in that backfield. And now Siena Heights making the adjustment, and now St. Francis will have to do the same.
47-yard line, the line of scrimmage for Siena Heights. They're going to give to their quick back. He got tripped up a bit at the line of scrimmage, but was able to fall forward and pick up about 3 yards. Second down for Siena Heights. Hazen Leader, the redshirt freshman from Macomb, over 100 carries, over 500 yards, averaging just over 100 yards a game, 5 yards per carry for Heisenleader. And he'll be to the left of Taylor for Siena Heights. 2 wide receivers left, 2 to the right. Ball at the 47 on second down and 5 inside Saints territory. Motion again from the receiver left. They give it to Heisenleader, looking for the edge right, but again tripped up in the backfield. Was it Bannis?
Nope.
22, Carson
Hansen.
Yeah.
You don't recognize him because he got
his
glove off
glove?
his hand. He got it off this past week. Comes up and actually does a really nice job because Ryan Bannis, who was on the outside, got turned in, and if the running back got by Carson Hansen, he could have picked up big yardage. So good job by the middle linebacker from Wilmington High School.
C.J. Reeves back on at nose tackle on that defensive line for St. Francis. It was a loss, so third down and 6 coming up for Siena Heights. Big third down here near midfield. Play action, flag on the play, flings it to the outside, and that ball is incomplete.
And I think the wide receiver went forward before the snap, and it'll be a 5-yard penalty for Siena. Yep, that's who it was. That's his second penalty. He's had the illegal motion, and he had the false start earlier.
So explain the penalty there. What did he do wrong?
So he was going in motion, but then when he came to this near side, he actually started moving forward as before the snap.
So the rule is you can go in motion, but you have to go horizontal until the ball is snapped.
Correct.
There you go. So 3rd and long now, 3rd down and 11 at the 48-yard line of the Saints here for Elijah Taylor and Siena Heights. Inside that soccer circle. Here's Taylor looking to throw, steps up, pressure, now rolling left, fires on the run, has a man open right at the sticks, and it is going to be very close to the first down. Again, they do give it to him by about a yard. First down for Siena Heights.
That's tough.
Yeah, they had
Good job by the Siena Heights receiver that time, knowing exactly where the first down marker was and gets to that point. A lot of times you see a guy, catch the ball, but he's like in front of where the first down marker is, and then it's 4th down. So good job by Siena Heights as they continue this drive.
Jalen Flowers.
10th play of the drive.
First down, and they're going to give it to Heisenleader again. Cuts it up the middle, but a nice tackle. I believe it was Scott Tumulty who came up to make that play near the line of scrimmage. Could have been Makai Van as well. Correct. Oh, Mike Torres, the nickelback, pardon me. Redshirt sophomore out of Evergreen Park.
Gain will make it 2nd and 7 for Siena Heights.
Yeah, Torres seeing a little bit more time. Obviously, maybe replacing Trey Sayers as they move Scott Tumulty around a little bit as well. Actually, Torres is playing in the spot of Trey Sayers right now.
And what a addition Trey Sayers has been. What a shame that he sustained that injury and unable to go the rest of the year. He's going to be missed for sure on that defense. Here's Taylor. Hands it off.
Nothing there.
Nothing as the Saints pile up at the 31-yard line, maybe 1 or 2, but it's going to bring up 4th down and 5.
Actually, 3rd down and 5.
Oh, sorry. They were quicker on that turn of the down box. 3rd and 5 for Siena Heights again.
Rapidly played contest. We're already midway through the second quarter. St. Francis on top, 14-0. Touchdowns by Jason Hartsfield and Blake Allen for the Saints.
Only 13 passes have been thrown between the two teams here. Taylor in the gun again. He's going to throw it this time, though. He's looking downfield, still looking down there. Nothing there. Checks it down. Running back cannot make the first man miss. That's a heck of a play on the outside for St. Francis by Ryan Banish. Keeps Quincy Johnson, the running back, who caught it out of the backfield from getting the first down. So 4th down and we'll call it 4th and 4.
Yeah, now the Saints, good job defensively. Had great coverage that time. Only rushed 3. And then Banis, the great one-on-one tackle for that guy that came out of the backfield, limited to 1 yard. See what Siena Heights does here.
St. Francis holding teams to under 60% on 4th down. But Siena Heights just over 36% converting on 4th downs this year. 4th down and 4. It's not nothing. Here's Taylor to throw. Plenty of time. Down the middle of the field. Caught it past the 15. And a first down for Siena Heights into the red zone. Nice pickup to Credell Prather.
Well, I'll tell you what, they've done a good job on 3rd and 4th down conversion rates this afternoon, Nick, for Siena Heights.
Siena Heights 2 out of 7 on 3rd, 2 for 4 now on 4th here in this first half.
Yeah, so four conversions, and that's what's allowed this drive to continue as long as it has.
It is 1st and 10 at the 11. Heisenleader out of the backfield trying to sweep. He gets past 1, and it's going to be a score for Siena Heights. Missed tackle in the backfield, but there was no Saints in pursuit on that play.
Yeah, again, we talked about it earlier with Carson Hansen making the quick recovery. That time, one of the Saint defenders got pushed inside. Heisenleader was able to get outside and goes into the end zone for the 11-yard score.
Heisenleader's 3rd touchdown of the season. Dave Medvedek, 12 for 13 on extra points this season. make it 13 out of 14. Got ourselves a ball game here in Adrian. 14-7 now. St. Francis on top on the road against Siena Heights in this crossover matchup. This is the last crossover game before we get into the heart of the MSFA Midwest schedule for St. Francis. A well-timed bye week coming up next week as some of the Saints try to heal up a bit and tend to some of the aches and pains before you get back at it against St. Xavier, who's ranked number 13 in the country and probably in a battle right now. We're going to check the scores as they're on the road at Indiana Wesleyan, but it'll be after this game, a bye week, and then St. Xavier on the road up in the south side.
3 times the Siena Heights converted on either third down or fourth down on that drive. And, Nick, that drive was 14 plays, 81 yards,
beauty,
and 8 minutes and 46 seconds. I mean, that drive started at the end of the first quarter, if you if you remember.
Yeah.
And now there's 6:33 left to play in the second quarter. You said a much-needed bye week for the St. Francis team next week. Right now, the St. Francis defense needs a little bit of a bye and get that offense on the field for a long time to allow themselves to catch their breath.
It will be Scott Tumulty from the 6. They give him a chance. Let's see if Scott can do it. Oh, he sees something. Look at the motor from Scott. Oh, tripped up right at the 30-yard line. It's about a 26-yard kick return by Scott Tumulty. I thought he saw something as he sprinted to the edge, but he was chopped down around the 30. Going back to the drives for Siena Heights today, it's kind of interesting. The first drive was about 2 minutes long. Their second drive, which also ended in a turnover on downs, was just over 4 minutes. And then the last drive was just over 8 minutes. So they've been doubling their time of possession with their 3 drives that they've had offensively.
And on that return of, I believe, what was it, from the 6 maybe to the 30, 24-yard return, you now have a new all-time kick return leader in Scott Tumulty.
First down for St. Francis. Sam takes the snap. He gives. It is Blake Allen breaking tackles, but great pursuit by Siena Heights. Drops him at about the 33, a gain of 2, 2nd and 8.
He's brought down by Tanner Rubenstein on the 33-yard line. It'll be 2nd and 8 for St. Francis.
I'd like to see the Saints get like a 6.5-minute drive, take it to the end zone, and take a 21-7 lead into the break.
Yeah, James Williams now playing running back. Or is that 25 or 24?
I think it's Blake Allen
okay,
back
it
there,
is Blake
isn't it?
Allen. Yep.
Yeah. James got hurt last week. I do not believe he made the trip, but I could be mistaken.
2 wideouts right, 1 left here, 2nd and 8 for St. Francis. Siena Heights will rush 5. Quickly thrown to the right for Ryan Little. Stutter steps before going out of bounds right in front of the Saints bench. Brings 2nd and 8 to about a 3rd and 4 for St. Francis. Like you said, you need to give that defense a little breather here. First down would be big.
Yeah, you got a little momentum after that long drive for Siena Heights. Had a lot of success both through the air and on the ground.
The passing by both of these teams has been really good. Very efficient passing games, both sides. Siena Heights showing a big blitz here. Let's see how many they want to bring. They're going to back 2 linebackers off and only rush 4. Sam looks left, flips it to the outside for Des Jordan, but a sure tackle made at the 41-yard line. That is enough for the first down, though. Huge first down out to Des Jordan. Shamar Askin, the junior, put a stop to it for Siena Heights.
6-yard pickup and a first down for the Saints. Yeah, if Des got by that guy, could have been 21-7 quicker than what we wanted.
Sam Tumulty in the shotgun as the raffle numbers are called off. Here's Sam with the fake. He's going to run right up the middle to the 44-yard line and only pick up 1. Siena Heights says they got it, but the officials say no, he was down. They wanted, we got a Saint who's slow to get up. I'm hoping that's not Sam because he went in there hard and took a shot.
Believe it is.
Oh, no. Sam is hurt on the field at the 45-yard line. Very slow to get up. And they're going to have to get him out for at least 1 play. Now who's going to come in? Is it going to be Carl Bew? And there's future implications with this decision because you're trying to keep Carl on a red shirt here. He's already appeared in one, but if he appears in a second game, he's locked in for the year.
Actually, 3
right?
games. So you
3
can play
games?
up to 2. You can play about 25% of your season.
Okay. So he can play in 2 and still maintain the red shirt. So big decision here for that coaching staff, whether you want to put Carl Bew out there.
Possibly call timeout here.
Yeah, because it's a big choice that not only affects this game and this season, but the career of Carl Bew, really.
I don't think the Saints have called timeout yet. And the clock is running down to 16 now. You got to get, and Carl Bew is in there.
Yes, he is. There's big number 13 for Carl and a timeout. Called? No? Okay, all right. Here we go. Whistle going to get us back underway. Carl Bew in for Sam Tumulty for at least this play. 2 wide receivers right and 1 to the left here for Carl on 2nd down and 9. Carl wants to throw. No protection, though. Now he's got to run it. Cuts it back up and taken down at the 45, maybe the 44. He picks up 3, bringing up 3rd down for St. Francis.
I know it's easier to see, but I think if Carl would have went to the outside, he had a lot of running room. But at the same time, I know he's looking downfield for one of his receivers. So it'll be 3rd and about 8 for the Saints. 3rd and 7 maybe.
3 minutes and 20 seconds to go here in the first half. Saints up 14-7, but Sam Tumulty on the sideline with an injury. 4 wide receivers on the field. Ball middle of the field at that 45-yard line. Carl takes the snap. Looking, firing, and caught. Big hit on Ryan Little, but that should be enough for a Saints first down. Yes, it is. Nice pitch by Carl Bew, and nice job by Ryan Little with the sure hands to make the catch in some traffic and take the hit. Moves the sticks for St. Francis.
Gain on the play, give St. Francis a first down.
Second time on 3rd down, the Saints have converted and keep that defense on the sideline to rest up and into Siena Heights territory at the Siena Heights 46.
They tried to snap the ball for too many men on the field. Siena Heights was all discombobulated, didn't know what kind of personnel they wanted out there, and saw James Hartfield say, snap the ball, but Siena Heights able to call a timeout before he did so. So first down and 10 for St. Francis with a timeout here, 2.5 to go, 14-7. St. Francis leads it on the road here in Southeast Michigan. So now the story becomes, how is Sam Tumulty?
Yeah, he's down on the sideline, walking around.
It doesn't look like it was a head, did it? Like a concussion situation? No. Was it a leg?
It looks like it's that left leg again.
Yeah, he's been nursing a bit of a pull or a strain down there, but he's a Tumulty, so he's going to fight it off as best he can.
Tumulty stands for toughness.
Yes, it sure does. And you know what? I haven't seen a kid out of Willowbrook High School that wasn't tough, because there's a few other ones. Nick Franciscovich, or is it Mabudis, where one of the two is from
Mabudis is from
Willowbrook.
Montini.
Okay, so then, Franciscovich is Lockport. Who am I thinking of? There
was Alessio Battaglia last year. He was from Willowbrook.
No, Nick Mabudis, yeah, he's from Willowbrook High School. He's a Lombard guy out of Willowbrook, very tough kid.
I'm sorry. Yeah. You're right.
And there's a couple on the bench that haven't quite gotten their opportunities yet, but I'm excited for them because, from what we've seen from kids from Willowbrook who play for St. Francis, it's been nothing but great things. All right, back at it after the timeout by Siena Heights. It's first down for St. Francis. Carl Bew in the pistol this time. Blake Allen's behind him. 2 wide receivers left. 1 to the right, ball on the right hash of the Siena Heights 46-yard line. First down. 4-3 defense. They're going to rush 4. Fakes to Allen. Bew breaks a tackle in the backfield. He's in some trouble. Got to get rid of it there, young man. And down he goes. It's going to be a big loss of about 10. Plenty of opportunities to throw that one away and save the yardage. We're going to lose 8. 2nd and 18 now. Nothing downfield for Carl and couldn't quite get past the rush.
Second time the Saints have been tackled behind the line of scrimmage. The last one was on the 3rd down play on the first drive of the game with Sam Tumulty. And you can see Sam running down the far sideline at about the 10-yard line. He appears to be all right.
He's jogging okay. Yeah, he's trying to stretch and work it out. If I'm a bet man, I'm thinking he's coming back into this game.
I would second that bet.
Just by what I'm seeing right now. Yeah, he just picked up his helmet from the bench, and he's like, Coach, I'm good. Good, Lee. And that has been the worry, at least for me personally, watching Sam Tumulty play. He's an amazing athlete. He can escape. When he's not injured, he can score a touchdown on any play. He's proven that his arm is almost as good as his legs, if not better. But what worries me is he's not afraid to make contact. What makes him such a hard-nosed, tough football player is also what opens him up for injury, and it's equally exciting and anxious to watch.
Especially like you said, you've got a 5'10", 185-pound frame.
Yeah.
And we saw it especially last week against Indiana Wesleyan. Not so much how he was getting tackled because he didn't run the ball that much, but just, the poundage on some of these defensive linemen and linebackers across the league, not just Indiana Wesleyan.
St. Francis still in their huddle on the far sideline. St. Francis has run 20 plays for 123 yards. Siena Heights, 27 plays for
Here's
130
Sam.
yards.
He's out there.
And there he is. Yep, he's limping. He's clearly uncomfortable, but he's back on the field. 4 wide receivers out there for Sam, and he's going to take over a situation that's 2nd down and 19 in his own territory.
This is the Des Jordan play.
Yes, sir. Here's Sammy stepping up, nothing downfield. He's going to try to run again, and again takes a big hit at midfield. He's able to pick up 5, and Sam is just not afraid to mix it up with anybody. And he gets up 5. Every time he gets hit like that, I'm going to hold my breath now because of just his inaversion to contact.
I like that.
I just made – is that a word, inaversion?
I don't know, but I like the word. I'll check it at halftime and let you know. 3rd
down and long for St. Francis, just on the Siena Heights side of the 50. They're at the 49. $1:23 and counting here in the first. And the Saints of St. Francis probably cannot wait till halftime.
We're going to call timeout as the clock gets down to 1 second on the play clock.
That'll take us to 1:09 on the game.
Good job of clock management by the Saints, for sure. Siena Heights, I believe, has all 3 of its timeouts left.
Take a look at this for Siena Heights. We got Elijah Taylor, 9 for 10, throwing the ball. Sam Tumulty, 7 for 7. So the 2 starting quarterbacks combined have just missed on 1 pass out of 27 opportunities.
And how many yards for Siena Heights through the air?
Through the air, they have 93.
Okay. And I believe the Saints' defense is allowing about 131 yards per game, which is one of the top 10 in the nation. So,
yep. They do have 1 for 25 yards, so about a quarter of that is 1 pass. Carl Bew has come in and just, he was 1 for 1. He did take a sack, though.
And again, the possessions by both offensive units, we've seen games throughout the first 4 weeks, Nick, where there have been 6, 7, 8 possessions in each half. And St. Francis right now with its 4th, and Siena Heights has had the ball only 3 times.
Yeah, long drives for sure by both teams. Here we go, 3rd down and 13. They need to get to the Siena Heights 36 for the first. Sam in the gun. Linebackers drop back. They're going to rush 3. Sam looking. There is nothing downfield. The jump pass looking for Joey is not there. Took a hit after it, but it's going to bring up 4th and long for St. Francis, and it's Adrian Guerrero time to try to pin Siena Heights deep here.
And actually, Sam Tumulty, trying to find a receiver, actually did a jump move as he was throwing it.
Yeah, jump past it to Joey Tumulty. I think Joey's trying to talk to the back judge about a late hit there, but did not draw the flag, and so Adrian Guerrero comes on. Bailey Jackson, the return man, stepping back. He averages about 12 yards per punt return. He does have a punt return for a touchdown this year.
Siena Heights set up a return last time and will do so again this time.
Angle right, but short kick, and it'll take a nice bounce for St. Francis and settle right around the 14, 15-yard line. Another one inside the 20 for Adrian Guerrero, the 4th such punt of the season. Adrian has been a weapon today, or this season. It's been nice to have Adrian around. Great kicking game for St. Francis this year.
Absolutely. Got a couple of chances in a couple games last year. I think made a couple of extra points and had a couple punts last year in some blowout wins against Judson, and has come on and taken over the position.
Here comes Elijah Taylor in Siena Heights. They got 53 seconds to work with. And they're down a touchdown, but they're going to start this drive from their own 14-yard line.
Started their last drive from the 19 and drove 14 plays, 81 yards. Took over 8 minutes. Not that much time this time, so let's see what they present.
Heisen leader on the ground, and he is hit at the line and pushed back. No gain on first down, kept inbounds as well. The clock will wind, 45 seconds to go. Nice stuff by St. Francis. And now it's a throwing opportunity, so watch out for Nick Mabudis and Scott Tumulty here in the defensive backfield.
Yeah, I believe it was Perry and Hansen on the great hit that time for the Saints. Creates a 2nd and 10.
Nick Franciscovich, the leader in interceptions for St. Francis with 3. Let's see if he gets an opportunity here on 2nd down and 10. Clock ticking at 15 seconds. If they're not in a very urgent, they're just going to keep it on the ground. Heisen leader will pick up 3, and that's probably going to take us to halftime.
And then they get the ball back to start the second half.
Yes, they will. So we go to 0-0s here in the first half. Entertaining half of football, but the Saints on top. 14-7. We'll go into halftime right now. If you're listening on WCSF, we'll give you a halftime show. Take a look at some scores. We'll keep an eye on the MSFA scoreboard up here as well. Halftime in Adrian, Michigan. St. Francis 14, Siena Heights 7.
Now it's time for Saints touchdown toss, sponsored by ZZ Sports Bar and Grill. Our contestants will get 2 tries for a touchdown by tossing a football from the 30-yard line into cans placed at the 15, 10-yard lines, and the end zone. A winning toss means either a $25, $50, or $100 prize. Sue, take it away.
$20 minutes on the game clock, please.
All right, Saints Nation, I need some help. Our first contestant is our student, Bobby Lindsay. Let's hear it for him. So close, so close. Our next contestant is Ronnie Giles. He's our Director of Development. Let's hear it for him. One bounce, oh. Get in there, one bounce. Oh, so close. And our last contestant, Candelacho, alumni, former women's basketball player. Let's hear it for her. It's like a hoop, Kendall. It's like a hoop. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Let's hear it for our contestants. And thank you all for playing. Our contestants will receive a $10 gift card to ZZ Sports Bar and Grill. And now at this time, we'd like to direct your attention to the center of the field, where we'd like to introduce both our Siena Heights Alumni Award winners and our Athletic Hall of Fame inductees. Please hold your applause until after the introductions for these award recipients. First, our Alumni Award winners. Please welcome back Paula Sanamatsu for being honored as our St. Catherine of Siena Award. D'Angelo Boone, who is honored with the Sister Ann Joachim Award. Michael Nelson, who was selected as the St. Dominic Award. And finally, welcome back Tom Pushevitz as our Honorary Alumni Award winner. And now we'd like to introduce our 2024 inductees for the Siena Heights Athletic Hall of Fame. The 2024 Siena Heights Athletic Hall of Fame welcomed 5 new individual inductees last night at the annual ceremony. This year's inductees are Ryan Sanford with men's basketball, Katie Ohotchke with softball, Al Sanford with men's basketball, Coach Al Sanford with men's basketball, softball, and golf, and finally Coach Tim Bauer with track and field and cross country. And not being able to join us today, Doug Dawson with men's track and field and soccer. Congratulations to all of our honorees today. Let's give them all a nice round of applause. For your halftime entertainment, we have a special performance today by both the Siena Heights cheer and dance teams. First, the cheer team. It's led by head coach Liz Teague and assistant coaches Anthony Teague, Danny Lee, Rafe Jacobs, and Cassie Ringfist. Let's welcome cheer to the field. For our next selection, joining your Saints Siena Heights dance team on the field are the 2025 dance recruits. The recruit section of this routine was choreographed by freshman dancer Kaylee Begin.
DJ split, sweet beat, the realest team on the bliss. One try, I kill it, one try, I spit it. On the mic, fill it. Y'all can't do what I do, just a minute. I'm about to get it, money, get it. Drop it to the floor, shake my body, like nitty. My face look pretty. Y'all let go, question, I done did it. Cause I'm marvelous, fantabulous, a bad chick. The flow sick like oh-ish. You know this, I'm too fit to ever quit. Knocking these fools out like pool sticks. I do this, I move this, I prove this. Bars me hard like a pound of bricks. It go up, jump the boogie to the bang, bang high. This the kind of beat that go rat-ta-ta. 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 Why them rude girl when I act rah-rah? Me no never care, so me shit me pom-pom. Me a leader, so me don't follow. See everything that's what I hands up. Put your hands up. Put your hands up. Party people, put your hands up. Hands up. This the kind of beat that go rat-ta-ta.
Let's hear it for our dance and cheer teams. Today's performance features favorite music performed over the past 13 years of the marching band's history, and we welcome our visiting marching band alumni to the field. For our first selection, the Saints Marching Band is proud to perform Bruno Mars' hit, Runaway Baby, arranged by Paul Martha. Originally released in 2010, this upbeat track is sure to get the energy flowing. Enjoy! For the next selection, the Saints Marching Band presents Green Day's iconic hit, Holiday, arranged by Tom Wallace. Released in 2005, this powerful anthem brings its bold energy to the field. Sit back and enjoy. For the final number, the Saints Marching Band wraps up today's show with Shout It Out, made famous by the movie Drumline and arranged by Doug Adams. Get ready for an electrifying finale. Let's go out with a bang. Let's hit it for the Spirit of Siena, your Siena Heights Marching Band. All incoming 2025 members of the band are eligible for band scholarships. Prospective students are encouraged to contact Dan Kesterke or an admissions representative for more information. On behalf of Siena Heights University and the Department of Music, thanks for watching, enjoy the game, and go Saints! Fans, we have statistics from the first half. For the University of St. Francis, they had 129 total offensive yards, led in passing by Sam Tamilty, who went 7 and 8 for 99 yards and 1 touchdown. Total receiving yards, there was 107. They were led by Dezion Jordan with 2 catches for 41 yards. Joey Tomiti with 2 catches for 39 yards. Ryan Little had 3 catches for 19 yards. And Jason Hartsfield had 1 catch for 8 yards and a touchdown. University of St. Francis ran for 22 yards. They were led by Sam Tamilty with 7 carries and 22 yards. And Blake Allen had 2 carries for 3 yards and 1 touchdown. For Siena Heights, they had 135 yards of total offense, led in passing by Elijah Taylor, who went 9 for 10 and 93 yards. Leading us in receiving was Bailey Jackson, who had 3 catches for 38 yards. Tendaji Alexander had 3 catches for 23 yards. Chris Coleman had 1 catch for 20 yards, and Jalen Flowers had 1 catch for 12 yards. The Saints ran for 42 yards, led by Brendan Hazenleader with 14 carries and 42 yards and 1 touchdown.
Well, you just got the halftime numbers. What's going on? Nick Jacobs, Dave Lucchetta here in Adrian, Michigan. Saints on top 14-7. Story of the game so far for me, the lack of the running game for St. Francis. Really got to pick that up here, David. 13 carries for just 22 yards.
Well, you know, that was, as I was thinking about it at halftime, looking over the numbers and stuff like that, that is so crucial for the Saints, and we did not see that a week ago. I think it was 30 yards on 26 or 24 carries. And if you don't have that, especially in this half, Siena Heights is going to come out and rush Sam Tumulty because he knows he's going to pass the whole time. So you got to get that running game going most definitely.
Yep, and who do you have do that? We know Sam's nursing a bit of the leg, but he's been the most effective rusher even with that little injury, I suppose you could say. He's still been the most effective runner with 22 yards. Gavin Day's got 2 carries for just 3 yards. Blake Allen, 2 carries for just 3 yards. So yards have been hard to come by. Do you still try to run with Sam, or do you go more traditional and give it to a tailback?
Yeah, and again, and I know the competition has been a lot better the last couple weeks, especially amongst the defensive units. But, coming into this game, Gavin Day is averaging 6.7 yards per carry, and he's only been given the ball twice this afternoon.
Yep.
So you gotta give it a shot, see how it goes. And obviously we're not in the film room throughout the week, and it's dependent upon what they're seeing that they can be successful in. And obviously they felt the pass a little bit more. They haven't really had that many opportunities. 22 plays, and Siena Heights has had 29. And really the Saints are fortunate right now that they had the muffed punt play that led to the quick 26-yard touchdown and the 7-0 lead for the Saints.
So just a comparison, we've had 52 plays in this game.
I know what you're going to say.
We're keeping an eye on the Indiana Wesleyan St. Xavier game. Indiana Wesleyan is winning 34-7, but they have run 69 plays for 500 yards. Indiana Wesleyan has run more plays themselves by far through about 3 quarters than the Saints and Siena Heights have run through the first half in our game. So it's been a battle here kind of between the 20s, and it's 14-7 right now with St. Francis leading it. St. Francis is going to kick off here, though, in the second half. Siena Heights will get it from left to right. The wind will be a slight breeze at the back of Guerrero, who puts his right boot into it. End-over-end kick will be returned from the goal line. He did step on. Oh, no. Okay. Return from the goal line. Outside of the 25-30. Adrian Guerrero is the one to force him out, but I believe we got a flag.
25, and I believe it's going to be a push in the back by Siena Heights.
And don't mess with the kicker. Adrian Guerrero not afraid to mix it up a bit on special teams. He already has a credit for a tackle.
Illegal block in the back. Receiving team. 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul.
Well, he went out of bounds right around the 40, but the penalty was the 25, so they're going to mark it to the 15-yard line. That's almost 20 yards worth of penalties there.
That is huge right there.
I was going to go down as 10 yards on a penalty, but it's wiping off a much larger return. Penalties have been a thing for both teams in the first half. Siena Heights, their 5th penalty for now 26 yards. Only 1 penalty for St. Francis for just 5. So here we go. Elijah Taylor and his offense on the field. A couple tight ends with their running back Heisen Leader to the right of the quarterback Taylor. 3 wide receivers to the left. 1st and 10 from the Siena Heights 15. There's the snap and the give to Heisen Leader. Wrapped up right away, and down he goes. Looks like it was Carson Hansen.
Yep.
The first one into the backfield. Carson Hansen now with 10.5 tackles for a loss this season.
Actually, it might be 11.5. He had that one in the first half.
Yes, sir. Now 11.5. Hope they give it to Ryan, yeah. 22, I guess, was the first one there.
Yeah, Carson had the 9-yard tackle for a loss in that second quarter, I believe it was.
I think they said that was Ryan Bannis who was in there, according to the PA guy.
Yeah, he was there as well.
Yeah, okay. Either way, lost.
And that's so huge that Bannis got to the outside and made that play, because obviously that running play that led to the touchdown.
Blitz is on. Taylor is able to get rid of it in time, looking to the outside for his tight end, Aaron Bellamy, incomplete. 3rd down and 11 coming up. Finish your thought, Dave.
And just one blitzer that time, and that was Carson Hansen, but it was enough to disrupt the quarterback and force the quick throw, and now you got a 3rd and 9, right? Yeah, it's 3rd down.
3rd and 11.
Yep, they still had it at 2nd.
3 wide receivers right, 1 left. Taylor in the shotgun. Taking their time here.
Carson on the outside here. Usually the Saints with a 3-man rush, but looks like Carson Hansen to the near side here.
Snap back to Taylor. Plenty of time and busting through into the pocket. They let it rip into the Siena Heights bench and incomplete. Just like you predicted, this St. Francis defense forces a 3-and-out to start the 3rd quarter. And this will be the first punt of the game for Siena Heights. We'll see if Scott Tumulty can break the punt return record here.
And they've got a punter who averages about 40 yards return.
He needs 11 yards to tie, 12 yards to break Elliot Allen's record. And Scott Tumulty standing right at midfield. Motion on the punt. It is away, angled very short and out of bounds, and St. Francis will have it right around the 40-yard line where it went out of bounds. They're going to mark it inside the 40 at the 38. But there is a flag on the play. Looks like it's going to be on Siena Heights, though. I imagine they will decline this.
St. Francis will take over the ball first and 10.
Ball start. Offense, number 33.
Yeah, they'll decline that.
Repeat, 4th down.
Nope, we'll go ahead and decline it.
I think this official's a little bit mixed up right now.
4th and 4 in the backfield. Illegal formation. 5-yard penalty. 4th down.
They have to punt again? I don't think
you have to take the penalty, do you?
Yeah, because the St. Francis's offense is on the field. And now they're saying push him back.
No, I think he's saying ball's going this direction.
Oh.
Still some confusion here.
The official has...
Well, the offense is coming on, and so is the defense for Siena Heights. So,
he's mixed up on like 3 plays today. Thought it was 2nd down when the ball was St. Francis ball and 1 penalty.
So they're mic'd off the penalty on the
return.
The return.
That's how it should be.
Okay, there we go. All right, so St. Francis, after the punt, will have it at the Siena Heights 32. Short field here for the Saints. This is Des Jordan territory for me here. Ooh. Post route. Ready? It's Joey in motion. Fake to him. They go to the outside. It is caught by Holiday at the 25-yard line. That'll be enough for 7, maybe 8 yards.
First time we've heard Latorius Holiday's name since 2 weeks ago. Didn't make a catch last week. Had the touchdown. I believe it was against Concordia or Lawrence Tech the 2nd week of the season.
That's just his 4th catch. Now over 100 yards receiving for the redshirt freshman from Thornwood. 2nd down and 2 after the completion. Inside the 25-yard line is St. Francis. Sam looks right, nothing there, nothing left. Back to the right, still running. Fires on the run, finds Joey, hit at the 13, stayed on his feet, somehow able to scamper inside the 10-yard line. They're going to put it right on the 10, so it's going to be 1st and goal for St. Francis. Wait, why did they move it back to the 14? Oh, he was down.
Catcher was down, forearm was on the ground.
Okay, so yeah, he was down when he caught the ball. I thought he stayed on his feet to scamper the extra 4 yards there, but no, he was ruled down. So 1st down and 10, and they're going to put it at the always an adventure here. They're going to make the 14-yard line. So 1st down and 10 at the Siena Heights 14 here for Sam Tumulty and the St. Francis offense. Be great to get a score here on the first drive of the second half. Sam in the pistol, blitz coming from his right. They hand off to Scott Tumulty in the backfield, but they sniffed it out, and he was able to just get back to the original line of scrimmage. First carry for Scott Tumulty since the first game of the year.
Yep, I would agree 100%. Scott was battling some injuries of his own, but still playing on game day, and obviously wanted to preserve him on defense. Comes off a little bit gingerly, but he always does, right?
Those Tumulties have an interesting gait in their run. You know it just by seeing them run. Here's the 2nd down play. They're going to go through the air. They have Ryan Little in the end zone, but just a bit high and overthrown over the head of number 4 from Lockport. 3rd down and 9.
2nd incompletion of the game for the Saints and Sam Tumulty, and just the 3rd incompletion of the afternoon between the the 3 quarterbacks who've thrown the ball.
Tumulty now 9 for 11 for 117 and 1 touchdown. That was to James Hartsfield, pardon me. And another stoppage of play. They're going to make, they had the ball on the wrong yard line. Now they figured it out. 3rd down and a long 9 here for St. Francis. They're at the Siena Heights 14. Don't want to waste this opportunity with short field. 2 wideouts, right, 1 left. Ball right hash here for Sam and company. There's the snap. Max protect. Down the middle, post route, and it is caught for a touchdown. James Hartfield again.
Yep. Jason Hartsfield, his second touchdown of the afternoon. This one from 14 yards. The first one from 8 yards. And the Saints on top, 20-7, here with just over 3 minutes gone in the third quarter. Good quick drive for the Saints. Good defensive stop. Good all-around play for the Saints, and it leads to 6 points, hopefully 7 here.
It's like, I'm going to keep scoring touchdowns until Nick gets my name right. Guerrero's extra point is good. 21-7 after the first drive for St. Francis of the third quarter. Second touchdown of the game for Jason Hartsfield.
I think you were nervous because the Siena Heights mascot is behind you, and you were afraid he was going to bite you or something.
What is it a wolf? Is that what is it a wolf, the mascot?
It's a husky. Like
Husky.
A husky.
Oh, of course.
Come on.
It's a dog. I'm sorry.
You're really struggling today. We'll get you. We'll get you back on track.
That was close. Wolf, husky. Could go either way. Here comes Guerrero in the special teams unit. I want to see Adrian make another tackle here. I mean, obviously things have gone wrong on your special teams coverage if your punter has to or kicker has to make the hit.
Not really on that one. Actually, he was really down far on coverage.
Yeah, he doesn't just lay back, does he?
So for the Saints on that drive, 5 plays, 32 yards, and just over 2 minutes. 2 minutes, 15 seconds. Jason Hartsfield, the big afternoon for the Saints. Good to see him with the 2 scores this afternoon for all of his hard work over his Saints career.
And the Saints offense is missing a few weapons as the Guerrero kick will sail halfway into the end zone. Jake Friddle is a tight end who was injured. Was it before the season or early in the first game? His contributions have been missed.
It was before the season, I believe, or the first game.
Game administration to the sideline, please.
Still need to find that game administration
couldn't
official.
Find him in halftime. What's going on?
For Siena Heights, they have their bye week next week as well. They'll be on the road for 3 of their next 4 games at Lawrence Tech, not too far away, Concordia, Michigan, not too far away. They'll host Indiana Wesleyan and then go to Madonna to finish the year. So the hard part, the difficult portion of their season was the beginning.
A lot of teams off next week. You had a lot of crossover games before and then the week off. This play goes for a tackle right at about the line of scrimmage, maybe pickup of 2 yards. One of the few teams that will be playing next week will be St. Xavier, and they are, I believe, home or on the road at Defiance. But I know they're playing Defiance, so they do not have an off week while the Saints do. And tell you what, getting 2 weeks of preparation for St. Xavier could be a great thing for the Saints in more ways than one, both offensively, defensively, and then, getting healed up along both sides of the ball.
Second down after the sweep by receiver DJ Young for Siena Heights. 11 minutes to go here, third quarter, second down and 8. Taylor play action, pitches it out to the right side for Young again. He'll race up the sideline to the 35. If it's not a first down, it's close. He might be a yard shy. I'm sure his coaching staff would love to see him fight for that 1 extra yard for the first down. It's going to be 3rd and 1 up to the 34-yard line for Siena Heights.
And, this is one of those big plays for Siena Heights, and this is where they've had success to have that long drive like they did in the second quarter. They were able to convert either on 3rd or 4th down. This is a big 3rd down play for the St. Francis defense.
3-3 defense. The Saints are going to blitz a linebacker, and they try to run it. I don't think he made it. I think it's going to be 4th down for Siena Heights. Nick Franciscovich getting up off the bottom of that pile.
Marcelo Bernardi again. He's had a big afternoon. And they got a punt here for sure because we've seen 2 opportunities for St. Francis deep in Siena Heights territory, and both times have resulted in touchdowns for the Saints.
Scott Tumulty back at the 33. It's on the way. Wobbler will be fair caught at the 31-yard line. I love seeing the special teamers get mixed up.
There's a penalty. It might be on that play right here at the 50-yard line. Is it Kevin Frazier for the Saints? Where's my roster sheet?
I don't know, but there's a lot of discussion about it.
Kevin Frazier, was mixing it up with one of the Siena Heights players. See who gets caught, the first guy or the second guy? Oh.
First down.
Okay.
There you go, no foul.
All right, let's see if the Saints can hang on to the ball here a little bit. Rapidly played contest, 9:25, third quarter. St. Francis on top, 21-7. The man of the day, Jason Hartsfield, pair of touchdowns from 8 yards and 14 yards on receptions.
Sam in that pistol again. Looks like Blake Allen behind him. 4 wide receivers, 2 on each side. Sam is going to throw it. Fires to the right boundary. Back shoulder catch to Joey at the 48-yard line. Into Siena Heights territory. That is just brother to brother. They've worked on it for years, obviously. What a perfect throw that was to Joe. Right on the boundary and a first down. Unreal.
Where'd that drive start? At the 25, was it? Was that about a 23-yard pickup, 22-yard pickup?
Mm-hmm. Out to the Siena Heights 49, first down. The give to Scott Tumulty, trying to spin out of that one, but he was put down right at the line of scrimmage. They're really working Scott in here in the second half on offense.
Well, what I was going to tell you, too, when that first offensive series played out, we haven't seen Gavin Day. Lot of Gavin Day here. Yeah. Looks like I think that's him on the sidelines. So I was just checking to see if he might have been injured. We see Blake Allen back there now, and at the in that first drive, it was Blake Allen back there as well.
Second down after no gain on the run for Scott. Quick pitch out to Joey at the 40-yard line. Tried to break it free, and look at the forward progress from Joey Tumulty. Able to take a 6-yard gain and turn it into a first down.
And I'll tell you what, that is just the strength. I mean, if you look at all the Tumulty brothers, their leg strength is incredible.
And they're all on the field again. Scott Tumulty comes back in at running back. I guess you're right. Maybe without Gavin Day, they have to work Scott in a little more with Blake Allen just to give Blake a bit of a breather. Every time Scott has been in, I believe he's got the handoff. Let's see what happens here.
Yeah, this would be – he's gotten 2 carries, one for like 2 yards, the second one for 0.
Pistol formation, Tumulty behind Tumulty. They fake it to Scott, rolling right, has Joey at the first down marker.
Be a little bit short.
Yeah, how about that? Sam fakes to Scott, throws to Joe for 9. I love it. I absolutely love it.
Enjoy it, man. This is the last year, brother.
Yeah.
7 minutes left to play. St. Francis on top, 21-7. Saints scored the first 2 touchdowns. Siena Heights came back with the score in the second quarter, and the Saints have matched it here to open the third quarter and on the drive now in their second possession of the second half.
The give to Allen.
Ouch!
Gets up to the 25-yard line. What did you see there?
I was afraid that Sam kept that ball, and they had that defensive end coming from the backside.
Did they get hit?
But it was close, but Blake Allen instead got the ball and picked up the first down.
Sounded like you stubbed your toe.
No, I was, like I said, he faked me out. He does a good job so well of just hiding the ball, like tucking it on the side of his leg.
First down after the carry from Blake Allen up to the Siena Heights 25. Play action again. Throwing. They dump it down. Check down goes to Allen, who fights past the 20 to the 19-yard line. Second down and 4.
And that's one of the things that we saw a couple weeks ago against Concordia, Michigan, Nick, where And that one obviously was a little bit quicker, where usually you're looking for the receivers downfield. But that one was designed for Blake Allen. And you saw a couple weeks ago with Gavin Day in that Concordia game where they were just going to him and picking up 5-10 yards of crack. Saints in the red zone again here.
2nd and 4 for Sam. Throwing again to the right. Des Jordan on the hitch. Made one miss, and he'll be close to the 10. It's going to be a first down. Question is where? And they mark it at the 9. 1st and goal for St. Francis again. They're threatening with a 21-7 lead. 5 minutes to go in the 3rd.
Saints 3 for 3 on in the red zone this afternoon with all 3 touchdowns. Saints came into the contest 15 out of 15 out of 17 on red zone opportunities.
Here's Sam to throw again. Gets it to Little at the 5. Bounces off one tackle. Gang tackle down at the 2. 2nd and goal. Knocking on the door here of their 4th touchdown of the day.
Pass is complete to Ryan Little. Brought down on the 3-yard line by Jack Howie. It'll be 2nd and goal.
The Siena Heights team 1 and 4 this season. They won last week against Defiance, but 4 tough, hard-fought games earlier against Taylor and Marion and Olivet. Here's Sam in the gun again on 2nd and 2nd. He's going to try to keep it himself, tried to run inside, but there was just no room. It just might be a factor of missing their top 2 centers on that offensive line. They're just not able to get the push like we're used to seeing.
Brought down for no gain by Tanner Rubenstein.
Brings up 3rd down and goal at the 3-yard line.
Saints fans, let your defense hear you. Make some noise.
Pistol formation again. Blake Allen is the tailback now for St. Francis.
Jason Hartsfield in the slot there on the right side. Jason.
Oh, I'll get it right this time. There's the snap to Sam. He's looking left, going to the corner for Joey. Tried to get the one-handed grab, but the cornerback had much better position.
Great coverage that time.
Mike Harrison, the corner on coverage on Joey, brings up 4th down. Adrian Guerrero on for the field goal opportunity.
For St. Francis.
Be about a 20-yard field goal. Chip shot, yeah. Adrian's 3 for 5. Just like a extra point.
20-yard attempt. Right in the middle of the field here with the ball on the 10-yard line. Kick is on the way. Plenty of leg, and it is right through the middle. He's now 4 for 6 on the year. Makes the lead 24-7. St. Francis on top here on the road against Siena Heights. Through the first 3-quarter plus here with 3 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter. Sam Tumblety 16 for 19 for 193 and 2 touchdowns through the air. On the ground, different story. Only 23 rushing yards for St. Francis. They're having to do it all through the air.
That drive, Nick, 10 plays, 66 yards. Took exactly 6 minutes, which is exactly what you want to see. Saints have had the ball for 8 minutes and 15 seconds of this 3rd quarter.
Running yards have been hard to come by for both teams, actually. 26 rushing yards for St. Francis, just 43 for Siena Heights. Only difference is St. Francis able to find some production through the air, 201 yards and 2 touchdowns. Elijah Taylor, quarterback for Siena Heights, 10 for 13 for 100 yards throwing. St. Francis has outgained Siena Heights 227 yards to 143.
I'm seeing one big pass play for St. Francis sometime before the end of the game.
Guerrero tees it up. Ready to let it fly. It'll be in the face of a bit of a breeze here. He checks his line, and the ball blows off the tee with 3:25 to go here in the 3rd quarter.
And actually, the wind has died down tremendously. When I was down there at halftime, It was barely blowing. Get a couple little bursts, but nothing like it was in the pregame.
Guerrero checks left. Checks right. Right foot into it. We're back underway after the field goal. Guerrero sends this one 9 yards deep into the end zone. And a touchback for Siena Heights. A big leg on number 61.
2 series for Siena Heights, who was doing a good job, especially in that second quarter. Third quarter here, 3 and out both times. So give kudos to Thomas Miller, the defensive coordinator, and the other assistant defensive coaches for the game plan, especially the adjustments that they have made so far here in the second half. It's been crucial, leading to the 10 points, too, because it's set up good opportunities for the St. Francis offense.
And with touchdowns, by the way, here's the first down play for Siena Heights up past the 30, so a nice pickup on first down of 5, maybe 6. But with touchdowns from Jason Hartsfield and Blake Allen, first, all of the touchdowns today have been from players who hasn't scored before, which is really cool to see. And it also means that there has been 13 different players who have scored for St. Francis this season.
Yep, a lot of weapons over there on that offensive side of the ball.
Second down and 4.
6-yard pickup, tackle by Carson Hansen.
Taylor in the gun. There's a snap. He's going to fake the flip, look long, has a man behind the defense, hits a dime and complete out of bounds. All the way to the 30-yard line of the Saints. It's a big hitter to Tendaje Alexander.
Yeah, the fake pitch and then step back. It got a couple steps on the defender, Matthew Perry, that time. And that is a
40-yard pass.
Yeah, 45.
Line of scrimmage,
that's what
27.
Siena Heights needed to get back in this game.
That's a field flipper as Taylor's in the gun again. He wants to throw it to the right again. He has Alexander on the quick out up to the 23, so a few yards to be had there. Actually more than I thought, about 5 yards. Under 2 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Saints on top of the Saints. St. Francis beating Siena Heights 24-7, but Siena Heights threatening here on the door of the red zone.
Alexander, one of 3 Siena Heights receivers who've caught 13 or more passes this year. And he's caught probably, 5 or 6 this afternoon?
Alexander's got 5 for 70. They're going to keep it on the ground this time. Alan Richards along with Mackay Van to put running back Heisenleader on the ground. 3rd down and 3 coming up for Siena Heights.
Heisenleader hasn't been as much of a factor as I thought he would be this afternoon. It's really been Alexander.
For a guy who averages 100 yards a game, right now he's got 18 carries for 47.
Yeah.
Plenty of opportunities, lots of touches.
Siena Heights doesn't get it on 3rd down here. I would think they would be going for it on 4th down. They wouldn't settle for a field goal.
Under a minute to go here in the 3rd. They're going to put Heisenleader in motion to the right slot. All alone in the backfield is Taylor. He'll drop to throw. Nothing left. Goes right. Has Heisenleader out of the backfield at the 12-yard line. That's a 1st down for Siena Heights. In just shy of the 10-yard line. So 1st and 10 at the 11 for Siena Heights as we click our way down to near the end of our 3rd quarter, 25 seconds.
Yeah, that might be the end of the 3rd quarter. I'm not sure they're going to get another play off here. Yeah, now their quarterback is saying, let's go, guys.
Yeah, they're going into the wind here.
Yep.
They'll probably be better served just to go ahead and let him. Oh, they're going to try to get one more snap here before it goes. 3 seconds. There's the snap. Heisenleader cuts inside and able to pick up about 4 up to the 8-yard line. And that'll take us to the end of the 3rd quarter. 24-7. St. Francis leads it as we go into the final 15. All behind the arm of Sam Tumblety, 16 for 19 for 193 yards and 2 touchdowns. To lead that St. Francis offense kind of back to form after being shut out of the end zone last week against Indiana Wesleyan. Offense kind of clicking here today on the road.
Yeah, you like to see Siena Heights gets stopped on this drive, or at least have to settle for a field goal. It's 24-7 in favor of St. Francis. Defense has done a very solid job. This is really only the second drive of the afternoon for Siena Heights going deep. The other time was the touchdown drive that took just under 9 minutes in the second quarter. It was 14 plays, 81 yards. This one started at the Siena Heights 25. Has gone obviously the first 3.5 minutes here to end the third quarter, and they are on their seventh drive or seventh play of this particular offensive series.
Players flipping sides of the field. I hope the referee found that game administration official to talk to. He's asked for a few times.
He's almost averaging about 1 per quarter.
Is that the official stat? On the ground, Sam Tumulty does lead the Saints with 8 carries for 22 yards. Blake Allen has scored 3 carries, 6 yards, and a touchdown. Saw 2 touchdowns from Jason Hartsfield. His first 2 touchdowns of his career. Here comes Elijah Taylor on our side of the field here.
Looks like they're missing a player. Yep.
Look at the eyes. They're going to get Chris Coleman, the wide receiver, out there.
Plenty of time on the play clock, still at 15.
Elijah Taylor takes his spot behind the center in the shotgun. Heisenlead at his left. 3 wide receivers. Coleman in motion. Screen to the right for the tight end. Right up against Scott Tumulty, who is able to hold him up long enough for the rest of the crew to get there and take him down at the 7-yard line. He's able to pick up a few, but 3rd down and 5 coming up for Siena Heights inside the St. Francis 10.
Yeah, Bellamy, not a little guy, 6'1", 235.
Now with 8 catches on the year.
Going up against Scott, 5'11", 205.
Just underway in our 4th quarter. Siena Heights trying to claw back into this one, trailing St. Francis 24-7. 3rd down and 5 at the Saints 7-yard line. Taylor in the gun, trips tight to the right. Play action into the end zone, and it is incomplete. And putting pressure on the quarterback, I believe was Carson Hansen.
You got it, my friend.
Just living in the backfield has Carson been all year long.
Yeah, it's like the opposition has an extra man in the backfield every time. Is that just the... No, that would be the 3rd incompletion, I believe, for the Siena Heights quarterback, and they are going to go for a field goal here. So it'll be from 24 yards. Kicker Zlung is a 30-yarder. He's 2 for 5 on the season. Medvik.
Carter Bell, I believe, is 43, correct?
Oh.
Yeah. Carter Bell with the opportunity. He puts it up and good, so gives them double digits. It's 24-10 after the Bell field goal. It usually is Medvedek, who is about 2 for 5, I believe, on the year with a 30-yard long field goal. So he has done most of the place kicking for Siena Heights, but they put Carter Bell out there for that one.
They've used him a little bit, but he has not kicked a field goal up until today. 14:08 left to play. 24-10 now in favor of St. Francis.
And they're going to put Bell out there to kick it off after the field goal as well. Eight-play, 69-yard field goal drive for Siena Heights. It's Scott Tumulty and Joey trot on back there to see if they get an opportunity at a return. And I will correct myself. You were nice and polite correcting me off the air, but I was saying that Scott was going for the punt return record when, in fact, it was the kick return record, which he broke earlier in this game. So congratulations to him. Another Tumulty in there topping the record books. It's a Tumulty takeover.
And Joey's got 2.5 more years.
Yeah, it's incredible, yeah. Long way to go to catch some of those receiving records, though. Short kick, it'll be Scott. No, they're fine just kicking that one out of bounds. I don't blame them. I'd rather kick it out of bounds, too.
Ball be placed at the 35-yard line. First down.
I don't blame him. So the illegal procedure penalty puts it at the 35-yard line for St. Francis, as they will not give the new St. Francis kick return record holder an opportunity.
Like to see the Saints go on a nice little 6-minute drive again like they had the last time, which went 10 plays, 66 yards, and resulted in the field goal by Adrian Guerrero, his 4th of the season, I believe. Put the Saints up 24-10.
Well, if you're going to have some of your big throws, this might be a good area of the field with the safeties in. They're going to hand it off. First, Blake Allen, barely getting back to the original line of scrimmage. Allen, the junior, out of Murrieta, California, transfer in from Southwest Minnesota State. So he's done some traveling, has young Blake Allen.
It'll be 2nd and 11 for St. Francis.
Tight end Nevin Bolin, the redshirt sophomore out of Sheffield, Illinois, goes off the field in lieu of an extra receiver, Latorius Holiday. 4 wide receivers out there here on 2nd and 10. St. Francis has it at their own 35-yard line. Snap to Sam, 5-step drop. Checks it down across the middle was Allen, but he was lit up 2 yards past the line of scrimmage. They'll get a yard or two on the pass play, but 3rd down and 9 coming up. It's a heck of a tackle by Rubenstein for Siena Heights. Their leading tackler with 45 tackles coming into the game today.
It'll be 3rd and 10.
3rd down and 10 for St. Francis. Again, you want to give that defense a break. They've been on the field quite a bit, even though St. Francis is leading 24-10.
Saints have done a good job of converting on 3rd down.
4 out of 7 is St. Francis on 3rd. Can they make it 5 out of 8? All the time in the world, but down goes Sam Tumulty for the 6-yard sack. Getting in on him was Mike Harrison, the corner, I believe, or it could have been Joshua Mack. Yeah, double numbers got me again there.
Great coverage that time by the defensive secondary. They had every receiver that was out for St. Francis covered. Sam took as long as he could. Probably should have thrown the ball into the ground. Instead takes the 5-yard loss. And Adrian Guerrero will come on to punt for, I believe, the 2nd or 3rd time this afternoon.
And he will be punting into the wind to see if he can get something under it.
And we might have a encroachment on Siena Heights on this play.
Return is up to the 45-yard line. The flag is on the ground at the...
Yep, that's what it is.
Oh, wow. It's not going to be enough for a 1st down.
It'll be 4th and 10 instead of 15, but you got 5 extra yards for the punt. Not the best punt that time, and if you can get a better punt.
Number 28, the penalty decline, 1st down.
Wow, surprised.
Why would you decline it? Can you explain why you wouldn't just kick it again?
The only thing I could think of is you
decent enough kick,
and you don't want a fumble on a punt or a block punt. Oh, here he comes! Here he comes again.
Yeah, like why would you decline it?
Yeah, I don't. Goodness gracious!
You know what? I'm having a bad day.
Defense, 5-yard penalty from the previous spot, re-kick.
There we go. That's more like it.
Yeah, I don't know if the referee that time actually gave St. Francis time to make its decision. He sort of made the decision for Joe Curry.
Okay, so the line of scrimmage should be the 35 now.
Yes, correct.
They haven't moved the down box.
Now they're going the wrong way here. It's on them, Mr. Umpire. You're going the wrong way. You're going the wrong way.
There
you go. Let me help you. Games administration, down to the field, please, to help the officials.
Like I said, I'm having a worse day of anybody out here, so I'm not going to criticize. All right, let's do this again. It's 4th and 11 after they marked off the penalty. See if Adrian can get a spiral off his foot on this one as the wind does kind of die down a little bit, which would help. Snap a bit high. Adrian had to leap for it. Comes down. And now he gets a boomer off. Fair catch called for and made all the way back to the 17-yard line. That's more like it. That's why you re-kick it, because you know what Adrian Guerrero can do.
St. Francis
Great job.
It's about a 50-yard punt in the air.
Tom Miller comes over to say, great job, Adrian. Help us out defensively.
Yes, sir.
And now let's get a 3 and out.
Whew. So if they don't have that penalty, it's a bad, not a bad punt, but not the best punt that
No, they
Adrian's
get
put out there.
Get the ball at about the 40, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's about a 30 or a 20-yard difference.
25-yard difference, yeah. Take that any day.
Football's a funny game like that. 12 minutes to go here in the game. Saints on top, 24-10 on the road at Siena Heights. Elijah Taylor in the shotgun here in the first play of the drive. St. Francis will bring a few extra. Carson Hansen into the backfield.
Told ya.
Again.
The opposing teams always have that extra man in the backfield, and this week he's wearing white.
How does he do? Is it a mental thing for him? Is he able to recognize things and able to jump on those plays?
I
So
believe
good.
it's just watching film and, scoping things out. We'll have to ask him during the week.
Yeah.
And he's got 2 hands now. He was 9.5 tackles for loss with one hand, and now he's got 3 today.
Throwing. It's caught at the 20-yard line, spun down to the 24. It's a pickup of about 9 yards. Going to be third down.
Elijah Taylor's pass is complete to Aaron Bellamy. Brought down by Michael Torres and Scott Tamilty.
Third down and 3 coming up for Siena Heights.
And what are they on third downs today?
They're 3 for 11.
Yeah. And if they didn't convert on third down and on that one drive, they converted twice on fourth down. That led to their only touchdown. 10:43 left to play. St. Francis on top, 24-10. Rapidly played contest here this afternoon.
Coleman motions right here for Taylor. Looking downfield, flings it, gets a receiver on the run up to the 34-yard line, and a first down into the trusty hands of Tendaji Alexander again.
He came into the game with 13 receptions, and he's got 6 or 7, half of that alone this afternoon.
6 catches for 80 yards for Alexander, pardon me. First down, 34-yard line for Siena Heights. They got they got 10 minutes of game time here, and they got 2 touchdowns to get back. St. Francis, 3 down linemen, 3 linebackers. They're going to rush 2 extra linebackers. They saw the rush coming. They ran right into it inside. It's going to be no gain for Siena Heights on the first down carry. Heisen leader again, the ball carrier, no gain.
Carson Hansen, the tackler, again on the 1-yard pickup.
Pat Stracci and Carson Hansen on the 34-yard line. It'll be 2nd and 9 for Siena Heights.
Hansen with 7 tackles, 2 for a loss today. Matthew Perry leading the offense with 10 tackles. Hansen right on that line of scrimmage, now backs off here on 2nd down. Play action, Taylor's going to throw plenty of time here. Going downfield, looking for the home run, but he overshot him by about 5 yards. It was well covered, 3 Saints in the vicinity. Again, looking for Alexander downfield, incomplete. Third down.
That was an interesting play because only 2 receivers went out for Siena Heights that time, and the deep man was really slow to get there. I mean, the quarterback was probably back there for about 4 seconds before the receiver was close to where he was supposed to be.
Some more confusion personnel-wise? Nope, they're good. Okay, Siena Heights going to put trips out to the right here on 3rd down and 9. DJ Young, the receiver, to the left. Elijah Taylor sets up in the shotgun. And we're going to have a delay of game or a timeout. They got the timeout in time. So timeout called by Siena Heights, 9:05 to go. Here in the ball game, it's 24-10. St. Francis on top of Siena Heights here this afternoon. Elijah Taylor for Siena Heights, 16 for 21 through the air, 179 yards. The only touchdown of the game for Siena Heights has been on the ground. Heisen leader, 21 carries for just 49 yards. He averages 100. And really the bell cow for this entire offense
Trying to think how many.
Yes.
See how many carries he's had this year. 98. So he's averaged 20 carries per game. And would you say he's at 14?
21.
21 carries already?
Yep, 21 carries, 49 yards.
So he's had half that.
St. Francis 24, Siena Heights 10. Third down and 9. Siena Heights looking
Been a pretty clean game turnover-wise. They had an early fumble, did Siena Heights, but have kept the ball. They are -5 in the turnover game on the season with quite a few fumbles lost. But so far today, not too bad. Here's third down and 9. Taylor steps up under pressure, still under pressure. He escapes to the 40. Still fighting
Short.
up to the 45-yard
Nope, he got
line. Yep, they give
Dang
him.
it.
The nice hard run by the quarterback, Elijah Taylor. They were looking to throw the ball, but it was all Taylor on the quarterback scramble.
Had a couple of chances.
On the 45-yard line, that
He needed to get to the 44. He got to the 45 for the first down. The clock winds at 8.5 to go.
result often in him lowering his shoulder and trying to get those extra 2 yards that he needed. But it'll find
Quincy Johnson, now the running back for Siena Heights, back there with Taylor. 3 wideouts, 2 left, 1 right. Ball left hash of the 45 for Siena Heights. St. Francis rushing 3. Quick throw on the post, but it's dropped. Looking for,
Taylor's pass intended for Chris Coleman.
it was Chris Coleman, number 4, on the slant, and he just dropped what was sure to be a first down, I believe.
Stops the clock with 8:11 left to play in the contest. This game just over 2 hours old, Nick, and
Yeah.
almost done.
Yeah, the passing has been efficient. Yeah, not a lot of drops.
Not a lot of stoppages of play. Not too many penalties.
Second down and 10 after the incomplete pass. St. Francis, 3 down linemen, and they will rush 4 with a linebacker. Look at the hole up the middle and a first down for Siena Heights up to the 42 of St. Francis. I believe that was Quincy Johnson, the ball carrier.
Thirteen-yard pickup. Siena Heights into St. Francis territory.
42-yard line, that's up Siena Heights first down.
9th play of the drive coming up here.
13
Started at just under 12 minutes, and we're just under 8 now.
13-yard pickup by Johnson goes into St. Francis territory. First and 10 for Siena Heights at the 42. St. Francis, they need to get one more big stop here and let that offense go to work. And I think they need another score to be safe.
Alan Richards on the line this time.
Handoff, Johnson
Wow.
tripped up just at the 40-yard line.
Nick Franciscovich.
Almost broke that free to Quincy Johnson, but he was put down at the 43, a gain of 5. St. Francis look off to the far side for the defensive assignments. The offense, methodical, not really a sense of urgency for Siena Heights here.
If you get a touchdown here within the next 3 minutes and you make it a one-touchdown game, you get a stop, you still have plenty of time.
Tight end motions to the right. Taylor looking left. Nothing there. Looking down the middle. Nope, now to the right. He finds his receiver, Alexander, again at the 20-yard line. And inside he goes to the 17, first down.
21-yard pickup.
Taylor's pass is complete to Tendaji Alexander.
Alexander's been the big weapon in the pass game. 7 catches now, approaching 100 yards.
Saints a first down.
Actually, 100 yards right on the nose. 7 catches, 100 yards for Alexander. First down inside the red zone. Goes Siena Heights. 2 wideouts right, 1 left. Ball in the right hash of the 17. Handoff. Not much room. He was able to fall back to the original line of scrimmage.
Yeah, Nick Franciscovich coming in from the near side here on the outside. Scoped out the running back right away and stopped him right at the line of scrimmage. Good play by the Lockport High School graduate. Glad to see him back in the lineup, especially with Mr. Trey out for the rest of the year.
2nd down and 10 after the carry. St. Francis, 3-down linemen. They will just rush the 3, drop the 8. They go to the air, to the end zone. St. Francis is great position to knock that one away.
And now there's a late flag from the back judge.
Ryan Bannis was there to knock it away. He had great position. It can't be pass interference if he's in front of the receiver.
Yeah, they're going to call it on them. C.J. Reeves.
Offensive pass interference.
Yeah.
Number 49, blocking downfield.
The tight end, a little
Wow.
bit too far downfield, throwing some blocks. That's one of the mental mistakes and penalties that'll cost you. You're trying to fight back down 2 scores, and you're right on the doorstep here, but a penalty moves you back outside of the red zone. Oh,
That's really been, between the penalties this afternoon and the turnovers on the season, that's really been the story of Siena Heights' season.
that is the 8th penalty over 40 yards now for Siena Heights today.
And a lot of them, even the 5-yarders, have just been so costly to them, because resulted in, remember, the longer punt and different things.
2nd down and long play. Taylor across the middle, all right through the hands of the receiver at the 13-yard line. It was thrown a little bit behind Bailey Jackson and incomplete.
Yeah, quarterback had heavy pressure coming from you-know-who, Carson Hansen. Had to get rid of it. Good coverage by the Saints. Not a good throw, and it'll be 3rd and about 25, 27 yards. 5:08 left to play in the contest.
Extremely soft coverage on the receivers here from St. Francis on 3rd and extremely long. They need to get to Detroit for a first down. 3 wide receivers left, 1 to the right. Taylor in the shotgun. Right hash of the 32-yard line. Taylor swings it off to the running back out of the backfield, and he is wrapped up and taken down. Uh-oh. Oh, I thought there was an injury, but Pat Strosia kind of looking into that Siena Heights bench for a little extracurricular activity there.
Yeah, you don't want to do that. Just go out, play the game, make the tackle, and get back on defense.
Quincy Johnson in at running back here on 4th and long. They're going to have to let this one fly, or do you like a screen and try to get some blocking downfield?
Ball's at the 31. They have to get down to the 7 for a first down.
DBs all the way back to the original line of scrimmage around the 18-yard line.
5 of them back there.
And they're getting a timeout by St. Francis.
Charge timeout, St. Francis, their first of the half.
What kind of numbers you got there, Mr. Nick?
Well, St. Francis, Sam Tumulty, 17 for 20 through the air, 194 yards and 2 touchdowns. He was sacked once on the ground. There's not much to talk about, my friend. 19 total rushing yards for St. Francis.
Oof.
Total.
I think we had 24 last week.
They are getting outgained today by Siena Heights. Siena Heights, 56 plays, 279 yards. St. Francis, 40 plays for 221. 16 more plays and about 60 more yards from Siena Heights today than St. Francis.
What about the time of possession, too?
St. Francis has had less than Siena Heights. 23 minutes and 52.
And
it's
that
very
might
close,
not
though.
include this drive, which is almost.
It should.
It's covering 7 minutes now.
It's about even. Yeah, there's a few seconds that separate in time of possession. So another big stop here by St. Francis will go a long way with just 4 minutes and 20 seconds to go at the 2-score lead.
Sure, Joe Curry made the timeout call and said, hey, keep everything in front of the 7-yard line. Because it's 4th down, and that's all we have to do. Saints have 5 guys back, your defensive backs, 3 on the line, and then your 2 linebackers of Carson Hansen, and now Alan Richards takes a couple steps backwards.
Yep. They're going to rush 4 against Taylor. Here's the 4th down play. Taylor's going to roll to the right, fires it, and he is a man wide open at the 5-yard line. Nick Franciscovich lost all kinds of contact with Tendaje Alexander, who's been the star for Siena Heights today. They needed about 25, and they got about 27, and it's first and goal, Siena Heights. Oh, my goodness, breakdown for St. Francis defensively.
Third time the Siena Heights has converted on fourth down this afternoon. And the last two led to a touchdown. 3:42 and counting.
First and goal at the 6. Let's see if they can overtake the mistake here. Tight end goes to the left wing. Taylor's going to roll that way, looking to throw, nothing there. Looking back to his right, nothing there. And here comes St. Francis, putting him down at the 13, or the 9-yard line. It's another sack for St. Francis.
Hansen, Strosha, and I believe C.J. Reeves on the play.
The first time that Taylor's been sacked today. They give it to Carson Hansen.
Approaching the 3-minute mark. Saints on top, 24-10 here in the fourth quarter.
Carson Hansen's 6th sack of the season to lead the team. Second and goal.
Got about 4 tackles for loss on the afternoon.
Coleman motions to the right, trips to the right here for Siena Heights. Taylor
Here he comes.
Down the middle, checks it down, caught at the 5. Still fighting, and he will be down at the 5-yard line. Mackay Van there to save the touchdown. It's going to be third and goal.
Mike Torres there for the Saints.
I am on my game today.
Pick of about 4 yards. Third down. Siena Heights has not done a good job on third down, but they have done so on fourth down, and it's definitely 2-down territory for the Saints of Siena Heights.
Approaching the 2-minute warning here on second and goal from the 4-yard line, or third and goal from the 4-yard line. Taylor looking right, fires into the corner of the end zone, and it is a perfectly thrown ball and a touchdown. A perfect ball to Bailey Jackson over the outstretched arm of Scott Tumulty, and he drops it in the bucket for the first passing touchdown of the game for Siena Heights, drawing the Saints of Siena Heights within a score.
I'll tell you what, I've been impressed by Elijah Taylor today. He's got a nice ball. He knows where his receivers are. He's found them all afternoon. And this one makes it an 8-point game with 2:03 left to play. And potential onside coming up.
The extra point from Carter Bell is through. We got ourselves a ball game here. 2:03 to go in the game. Saints lead it by a score, 24-17. Like you said, an onside kick likely coming up here for Siena Heights. Because if you don't get it, it doesn't show how many timeouts are left.
No, it does not. I believe Siena Heights has used one. That was early in that third quarter when they had the mix-up deep in their own territory. When they had like 12 men on the field, wasn't that in the third quarter?
I believe so.
Yeah, the Saints most likely will. You'll have the 2-minute warning after the kickoff, depending upon if the Saints return the kickoff. Let's see how the clock rolls. I mean, you'd love to see it go down to 2 minutes so that it's not at 2:01, and then you get that automatic
it's like extra timeout.
Yeah.
You talked about time of possession. 34 minutes for Siena Heights, 23 or 24 minutes for St. Francis. So the onside kick is coming up here. Carter Ball will do the honors from the right hash. Hands teams are in. The kick, nice bounce, but it's going to be caught by St. Francis. It's Joey Tumulty, and he's going to take it for the touchdown.
Wow.
Untouched, it bounced right into the hands of Joey Tumulty, and nobody was there, and he houses it on an onside kick opportunity. Unbelievable.
43-yard return, and what had happened was the Siena Heights unit on that side of the field actually went by the ball, and Sam was coming up and made the catch and had clear daylight all the way to the end zone.
Yeah, the Siena Heights was running past the ball because the ball hadn't gone 10 yards, so they were waiting for the ball. But
The ball went 10 yards. Be a touchdown.
Thank you. Okay. And Joey's like, I don't have to wait for you. And he got the ball and ran in for a score.
And what they're saying there on the illegal touching was actually Siena Heights did hit the ball.
They did.
Before the 10-yard mark, but because Joey got it and returned it, that resulted in the touchdown.
So it's not an automatic dead ball there.
Correct.
Snap is okay. The hold is there from Sam, and the extra point is through.
So Joey joins his brother Scott and gets a
return touchdown.
On a kickoff. His first one of his career, and
The 2-minute timeout.
makes it
Wow.
4-1 now. Scott with the lead in terms of kickoff and punt returns for touchdowns.
Unbelievable turn of events there. And of course, the
was-
Tumbltees in the middle of it.
Yeah, that was unbelievable and very crucial.
Yeah. Could not have come at a better time. And that was a well-struck onside kick.
Exactly.
He got the nice hop that he needed. The hands team for Siena Heights overran it a little bit, which you understand because, well, I guess they didn't. They did touch it barely before it went to 10 yards. But unfortunate bounce for Siena Heights, but, man, could not have come at a better time for St. Francis as they go up 31-17. Taking a look at one of the other games in the MSFA today, crossover between St. Xavier and Indiana Wesleyan, and it's all Wildcats on top of the Cougars, 39-7. 81 plays, 535 yards. St. Xavier has only 98 total yards of offense today.
Yeah, and Indiana Wesleyan against St. Francis last week was, I believe, just over 400.
Yep, 401 yards for Indiana Wesleyan last week. St. Francis was able to put up 233. Adrian Guerrero to kick off after the return touchdown from Joey Tumblety. End over end kick into the wind will be a return from the 1-yard line. And there goes 82 DJ Young up the right sideline before he's pushed out of bounds. It was Adrian Guerrero sprinting and diving to force him out of
I think
bounds.
that's like his third tackle this season.
I think Adrian's getting a little too involved in the special teams.
All right, I didn't get a chance because the play went off so quickly after the touchdown. 18 plays, 83 yards. Took up 9 minutes and 52 seconds on that last touchdown drive for Siena Heights. They got the ball at 11:55, and they got it at 2:03, believe.
Taylor in action against St. Francis.
On the play clock. Started on my signal, please.
Taylor is homecoming against St. Francis, Indiana today. Taylor on top, 44-29.
Wow.
Looking to go 5-1.
I got to see. Obviously, we don't play Taylor, so our coaches aren't watching them, but they might have seen them in film.
Speaking of Taylor, here's Elijah Taylor launching this one into the Siena Heights bench, actually into the Siena Heights cheerleading squad.
Pressure time that time from Pat Strosha. And that's really what you're going to see from the St. Francis defense right now, with Siena Heights having to pass the ball. Well, we didn't get the long pass play, but we got the long play of 43 yards. And that was the touchdown by Joey. Put the Saints up by 14.
Taylor gets rid of it again on the slant, gets it out to midfield. It's complete. Not enough for the first down, though. It's going to be 3rd down and 2 from midfield.
Taylor's pass complete to Chris Coleman. Brought down by Nick Franskovich on the 50-yard line.
4 wide receivers out here on 3rd down and 2. Trying to claw back down 2 scores with only $1:20 to go in the game. Taylor looking, checks it down to the outside, and Bannis was just fine letting him catch that one and step out of bounds. It is a first down. They needed 2. They got 5.
On the 46-yard line. That play gives the Saints
St. Francis is, you can take all the shorties you want. It does stop the clock at 1:14 in the game. 3 wideouts right, 1 left. Left hash of the 46 for Siena Heights. Here's Taylor, plenty of time. Hit as he's thrown. It's a bit underthrown, but it's caught. And unable to stay in bounds, but a first down is made up to the 31-yard line.
Yeah, otherwise he might have been able to go.
I think it was Bailey Jackson who just caught the touchdown pass of possession ago for Siena Heights, able to move the chains for the Saints. First down for Siena Heights at the St. 31, the St. Francis 31. Here's Taylor again throwing, looking for the end zone. Has a man open, but he overthrew him by about 2 yards.
Wow.
DJ Young beat the man into the back of the end zone, just a bit overthrown from Taylor, and actually.
Yeah, it was one-on-one coverage with Ryan Bannis, but the safety valve was Scott Tumulty, and I don't think he saw the receiver, and he was well off of where he needed to be that time. Fortunately, the pass was overthrown by just about a yard. 1 minute left to play. 31-17 Saints.
The last time the Siena Heights and St. Francis Saints played, Siena Heights outgained the Saints, but St. Francis did win that game. It's kind of the same situation now. Here's Elijah Taylor. Screen is on. Hit as he's thrown, looking deep into the end zone, and it was thrown away. He saw pressure coming and just let it rip into the sideline. Under a minute to go in the game. It's third down.
You know, we talked about it in the pregame, Nick, but the last time the Saints won was obviously at Memorial Stadium back in 2022, and the big play of that game was a 78-yard kickoff return for a touchdown by Scott Tumulty. Big one today here this afternoon was Joey Tumulty from 43 to pretty much seal the fate of Siena Heights.
Third down and 10 for Siena Heights, but they need touchdown. Out to the right, it is caught but hit and taken down immediately at the 26. It's a pickup of 6 yards.
Continue, no timeout.
Yeah. Fourth down.
Whoa.
They threw it at the referee, but he wasn't looking, and it's going to waste even more time as they try to track down the football.
There's a flag on the field.
Ooh, flag came in.
Where was that at? I don't even see one.
I see a towel.
In the backfield at the 40 here.
Game clock. 47 seconds on the game clock.
You're going to put 8 more seconds on the clock.
Personal foul, roughing the pass for 44, the defense. 15-yard penalty, previous spot.
Robbie
First down.
Philasume will be called for roughing the passer there. It's going to give him a fresh set of downs and a first down.
I really didn't see that.
I didn't. Nope. I was watching the ball there in the.
I mean, he was coming hard. Unless he did a really late push after I looked away downfield to see where the receiver was at. But this will put the ball at the 12-yard line with 47 seconds left to play.
It is a first down. If they get into the end zone, we're going to have another one of those onside kicks. 4 receivers on the field here. First down and 10 at the 13 of St. Francis here for Siena Heights.
An interception right here, Nick.
Wouldn't mind it. Here's Taylor. Pressure, steps up in the pocket, goes into the end zone, and wide open. Chris Coleman all alone for a touchdown. Don't go anywhere.
There have been some breakdowns defensively in that backfield this afternoon, Nick, and it's led to 23 points now for Siena Heights.
Starting to question if Scott Tumulty's feeling okay. Don't see guys that wide open.
No. Saw it earlier with Alexander a couple times, now this one. And obviously the crucial 43-yard kickoff return for a touchdown by Joey Tumulty takes on added importance right here.
Sure does. Here's ball for the extra point. Looks good from here, and it is. Hold your breath.
Yeah. I mean, they scored in 1 minute and 18 seconds.
And credit to Elijah Taylor extending that play, having pocket awareness, giving time for his wide receiver to find that open pocket in the back of the end zone. Here we go again. Onside kick coming up for Siena Heights. 280 total yards for Siena Heights, 202 for St. Francis. They've been outgained by almost 80 yards.
Be interesting to see what side they kick it on. They go right side this time or left? It looks like they're lined up to go to St. Francis's right side.
Yep, ball's on the right hash. Ball will be angling it to the left, to the near side, right at us.
Desi and Jordan there. Scott Tumulty in the front line.
Gavin Day.
Yep, Gavin Day, and right behind them is Joey Tumulty and Nick Mabudis.
There's the onside kick right at Scott Tumulty. He is there with the sure hands, and he takes a seat right at the 47.
He wasn't going to try to outdo his brother,
Nope.
which you never know with the Tumulty
No,
brothers.
you don't. That's why I'm kind of worried about Scott. He didn't try to return that.
On the 47-yard line.
Scott Tumulty launches that ball into the Siena Heights bench as he runs to the opposite side. So St. Francis up a touchdown.
Do you call that a run, what he's doing right now?
Yeah, a trot? A gallop?
Yeah.
These thoroughbred Tumulty brothers.
All right.
No timeouts, I assume. They don't have the
I
number
don't
of
know if
timeouts out there.
They might have one, but I know they don't have two.
Well, then it's victory formation time for Sam and the Saints offense. There's the snap, the kneel down from Sam, and then the clock will tick with 40 seconds to go in the game. No timeouts going to be taken by Siena Heights.
They're going to place the ball, and
One more to go. Oh,
is there a difference, 30? It's really close.
Yeah.
Yep, that's it.
they're going to let that one tick down.
Better be careful with the referee. You never know what he's
Yeah, right. He'd like a game administration official on the sideline, please. We come up here to Adrian and go away with a victory, 31-24. Not without some drama here later on in this game. But the Saints of St. Francis will go to 4-1. Coach Curry's record in his 13th year will now be 68-61. Head coach Matt Cohn for Siena Heights.
At the end of the fourth quarter.
Thank you.
Also the game. And Siena Heights will drop to 1-5 on a very tough early part of the season for them. Matt Cohn will go to 44-36, who's never had a losing season. This might be his first one of his 9 years at the helm of Siena Heights. Final numbers.
The Saints return to action.
It was not pretty for St. Francis, but they got it done. 40 plays, 221 yards. Siena Heights, 68 plays, 28 more plays and 356 yards. Almost 50% more than St. Francis, but the only number that matters is the one up on the scoreboard, 31-24. Sam Tumulty, 194 yards through the air and 2 touchdowns. Not much of a running game to speak of for St. Francis, just 17 total running yards for St. Francis. Elijah Taylor for Siena Heights, 280 yards through the air, 2 touchdowns, 1 sack. On the ground, Hazen leader, 22 carries for 49 yards and 1 touchdown. Siena Heights only 76 total rushing yards. MVP of the game was Tandaji Alexander, 9 catches, 130 yards. Bailey Jackson and Coleman both catching touchdown passes for the Saints of Siena Heights. Lots to learn from today for St. Francis, but it's a lot easier to learn after a W than it is after a loss.
And you also have 2 weeks to learn about St. Xavier, which will be crucial, and to learn about how to heal from some injuries.
Sure will be. On the bye is St. Francis next week, and their next action will be on the south side on October 19th, taking on St. Xavier, who is going to lose to Indiana Wesleyan, as are many teams this year. And that's going to do it for us out here at Siena Heights University here in Adrian, Michigan. My name's Nick Jacobs for Dave Flaquetta. Saints win on the road today to improve to 4-1, 31-24. We will take a little break next week, back at it at St. Xavier on the 19th. Very big thank you to everyone tuning in today on our YouTube channel and, of course, on WCSF. Again, it's the Saints winner 31-24 on the USF Sports Network. Take care.